We're live, everyone. Happy Sunday.
Happy
Hello.
Sunday indeed. Welcome back
Aw.
to Tyranny of Dragons with GameDayHype. I don't know. Does anybody need a little bit of a recap?
Yes.
100%.
Oh yeah, that's right. You definitely do.
I haven't been here
Um,
in like 3 sessions.
you last we left off, you all were in Baldur's Gate, and also if you guys are having any issues hearing me, I let me know. Sometimes when I reach a certain octave, the headphones don't capture it. Uh, but you all were in Baldur's Gate. You met with Sphera's Gammy, who is quite eccentric to say the least,
Delightful.
and amazingly delightful. And oh, um, and the group decided, you know what? We are currently waiting for pretty much the caravan of cultists that are going to be transporting, like, their ill-gotten goods to arrive. So let's see if we can make some money. So the party did a murder investigation, in which they found out a crazed paladin that was going around slaughtering seemingly innocent people. Um, the party was rewarded with gold and a little bit of favor with the captain of the guard. And that's kind of where we left off. Reyna, we kind of just said that you were either sleeping and or doing like a Talos prayer sort of thing. I can let you sort of decide, hey, what you were doing during that time.
I think Talos prayer is good. I think sleeping for like an entire murder investigation and paladin fight is kind of fucked up. Like, sorry,
Okay,
guys.
listen. You were very eepy.
Very
You
What
were
are you
eepy.
doing with your life?
like
Right?
like Reyna was quite EP.
We'll just
Um,
say she was praying for Talos's favor for this caravan ride that they're gonna be undercover for.
that's very
Okay.
true, and I believe that some aliases were made as
Oh my
well.
god.
Yes.
Um, I believe somebody put them in one of the channels or some such. Um,
Character
and
concept art.
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah. Um, um. So, alrighty. Um. Okay. So, that's kind of where we left off. So, and since you were like praying to your deity and all that, like, would you say that maybe you're trying to like almost like ask for a level of guidance, like you're wanting to get like a sign of, hey, you know, Sky Daddy, uh, kind of need some direction here, or is it just a general, hey, watch over me, keep me safe?
Probably a combination. Um, she would probably ask for some guidance from Sky Rage Storm Daddy. And just see if there's anything that she could be doing differently, but then also just to get some insight, like what is this trip gonna look like? If he has any indication, is there like something she could do to ensure that he keeps a watchful eye on her and her party and can intervene if they're in dire straits? Like, she probably would just be asking for like overall guidance and protection for the next coming foreseeable future, like on the road, undercover, in the heart of like the frickin' dragon's den. Um,
Hey,
yeah,
um, can you give me a religion roll, please?
sure.
This will be the first one of the game.
Woo!
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh crap! Is my fucking screen? One second. I think I think my I think my computer screen might have frozen. So
Hmm.
It's a 19.
okay. Yeah, what the hell?
I'll send you a screenshot.
No worries. It's yeah, it's just that is very odd. Okay.
The most
Okay,
peculiar.
so So then, for this portion, I'll be theater of the mind then, while the computer boots back up again.
Okay.
So as you kind of are would you say that you're just in your room, kind of silently, prayer, like a prayer to yourself, sort of kind of thing?
Unless there's a Talos temple. If there is, she probably would have headed there, but if there isn't, then yeah, she probably would have made a makeshift ritual site in her room and started praying.
Got it. You kind of feel the little storm cloud above your head start almost rippling. So, have you ever seen a storm cloud before lightning starts striking? You almost feel like the static.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of feel that. Your hair kind of stands on their ends a bit. There's a slight rumbling within the cloud, and then a very definitive lightning just strikes across, and a shadow of two warriors standing in front over and these are shadows, mind you. You can't really tell any discerning features, but it shows two warriors standing over the body of someone who has fallen.
Oh. Is there any indication of size or height differentiation between the two warriors, or any stature that could be determined?
Roll me insight.
Okay. Oh. Oh God! Thank God for my modifiers.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 9, but with my modifiers, I got a 14.
Let's see. Let's restore these. Go back. Let's see. Are you not gonna let me log in as the game master? What the hell?
Yeah, you're still a game master in our game.
That is. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna stop the server and then bring it back.
Okay.
So. Technical difficulties. But oh, sorry. What was the roll you got though when you saw it?
14. I sent you the screenshots of them just so that you had it.
Okay, cool. I'm on mobile, so things are a little slower.
Oh, good.
Sorry.
Give me tight.
So, right. It's back up. So, but as you all are kind of, looking into, or not all of you, as you're kind of looking in, trying to see if there's any discerning features, you notice that stature-wise and height-wise, they're actually rather comparable. One creature is a bit bulkier than the other, and you notice that it has a tail.
Oh, okay.
But in terms of other discernible features, that's really it.
And there's nothing to be determined about the person that's on the ground? Nothing of interest?
Nothing that strikes you as familiar.
Okay.
There's no real because these are almost like shadow clouds almost they're being formed.
Right.
And kind of as this is happening, another strike of lightning happens and the shadows dissipate and your clouds that are kind of above you return to normal. And at this point, roll me a D4.
Okay.
What the fuck? Critical failure. Foundry has. There's no active game session currently, it says.
Reload or exit out of it and click the link again if that doesn't work. It's at this point that the door swings on open as your parties come in, and the first person to swing the door open is Sphera.
Oh. Like we've just walked in on Reyna praying.
Well, you're coming back to the inn and all that, like the little low lantern inn that you all were in.
Yeah.
We
After
have like
having
a
come
giant
back-
suite, right? So like a common area we'd all share. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. That the thought process is this is you coming back from that paladin quest.
Right. I need a drink.
Oh my.
Oh, hey there,
lords.
Reyna.
Hi.
Finally, you've woken up.
I wasn't sleeping. I was doing a ritual. Where were you guys?
Did the rest of them come in at this point?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying the first person to swing the
Oh.
door open was Spira. Everybody else
Oh.
is coming in.
Mm.
Oh, don't be a drama queen.
What happened to you?
Paladin.
Paladin. Why would a paladin attack you?
Bad paladin.
Bad paladin.
Bad paladin.
Glug goes the glass as Spira's
Yeah.
just
God,
pouring wine.
Sphera, slow down. You're gonna give yourself, I don't know, you're gonna hurt your kidneys or something.
Reyna, can you make your cloud rain or something? I don't know. I just need to cool down.
Sure, I can try. She like closes her eyes and like concentrates, but all the cloud does is turn gray and like putters out some like little pathetic like lightning rumbles, and then she's like, "Ugh, I'm too tired."
So, have you ever been smited before?
No, I can't say that I have.
Well,
Isn't the technical term smitten?
I've been
No?
smitten, but not in that sense.
yes, we know it's Logawok. But no, no, I found out what it's like to be smited by a paladin. It hurts a
Again.
lot.
Why is a paladin attacking you?
So,
Bad paladin.
a fallen paladin, apparently. You know, killing people, vengeance, things like that. Also, I took my tests. Also, I got caught up with my exams. I only got a 97.
Oh.
We're doomed. And she just face plants.
Wait, you just say we're doomed even though you got to 97?
I was aiming for a perfect score.
That is nearly a perfect score. What is that, like one question wrong?
That's what I said.
It's three questions wrong.
Yes, she misspelled her name.
That's an alpha move. I don't know about that.
I know how to spell my name.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Alcar. Took me a bit, but I got it.
the hesitation said it all.
Yeah.
It's only a 5-letter name, Malka.
All right, next time I'll let you take the brunt of the force from the fallen paladin's attack, and see if you can spell your name afterward.
I mean, she wasn't the one who got hit by a paladin. That was me.
Yeah,
thing
you would have
was
died if I hadn't eaten most of it.
I wasn't the one making fun of you of your name.
Alka, I hate to break it to you, but Quill's name is also only a 5-letter name.
I had to write it in Draconic. Do you know what Quill is in Draconic?
I don't.
Okay, but Quill is smarter than me, so that doesn't count.
Yeah. Quill in Draconic is Shalash. That is 5 apostrophes in it.
Shala.
With a silent Q.
Silent Q. Silent Q. You cannot forget the silent Q, else it means something completely different.
Oh, God. You're making my head hurt.
It's a difference between Quill and Keel.
Also, why do you have so many... Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask, why do you have so many clouds in here? Usually you have one.
I'm still waiting for them to merge back. I was praying to Talos for guidance and just, overall protection in the months to come. And, he did something unusual this time.
What, he remained calm?
Well, yes, I mean, he's always calm with me. He's quite lovely, actually, sometimes when he wants to be. But the point is, last time he showed me a vision. But I think it was because we were in a temple, his domain, and it was easier for him to be more descriptive. This time, he used my cloud as almost like a sense of shadow puppetry. And he showed me, I don't know what to make of it, 2 figures, tall in stature. One was a little wider than the other. It had a tail of some sort. And they were looking down on a body. I don't know if it was unconscious or lifeless, but that was a glimpse of something to come, and I don't know what to make of it.
Okay, if anyone's keeping a secret, did anyone happen to have a tale they haven't told us about?
I don't know that it was showing us. I mean, there's a possibility the person lifeless was one of us, but I think the 2 looking down were other people, other beings.
Well, the only other person I can think of that has a tail was Landragosa.
Right.
Not necessarily. Didn't we hear talk that there may be another half-dragon person?
Also, Clip and Nerp have tails.
Yeah, but this was way bigger than Clip and Nerp.
What if Clip stood on Nerp's shoulder?
But then who would explain the second person?
The second tail.
I'm pretty sure I could tell the difference between a person, even in a cloud silhouette, versus 2 kobolds in a trench coat.
You hear like from some far off distance a Nicole voice. Damn it! At this point, Lyra, make me a perception roll.
Ooh, okay.
What shall she perceive?
Okay,
Nothing.
with an 11?
Barely anything.
11? No, 11's average. You're accustomed to the noises of animals. You hear, because the thing is, in your guys' suite, there is a window, right? And you hear a pecking noise at the window right now. Tap, 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 tap.
What's that?
What is what?
What's what?
You don't hear the pecking?
As I lay here, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping.
What in the world?
As of someone gently rapping at my chamber door.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, it's coming from out the window. Let me go look. She walks over and just peeks out.
You see a carrier pigeon, and it is holding 2 different things on its back. It has actually a little backpack on.
Oh, it's so cute!
It has a little tiny stone with a rune, and it has the runic symbol for speak with animals. And next to it is what appears to be a very tiny scroll.
I think it has a message for us.
Vermin.
Go on.
Yes, we just snapped the thing's neck.
But why? Wait, what's the message say?
Does anybody touch the rune that is speak with animals?
Yes?
Mm,
Go.
Okay.
Can I let her do that?
Wait,
So if you touch what? Go for it.
doesn't Lyra have speak with animals as like a ritual? Do we want to save that rune in case of an emergency?
Well, all I'd be doing is touching it, so if I touch it and it just goes off regardless.
Mm.
Yeah, I think
The
it's more of a.
towel.
I would say I think it's more. Here's the lock. Here's the key. You know what to do.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
It's
Yeah,
safe to say
it's
that this is
smarter.
kind of
Here.
the town's. This is kind of the town's process for
Message.
contacting their messengers and such like that.
This is the way of
So-
saying, per my last email.
So do you tap it?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, you tap it. Everybody within the room is under the effect of speak with animals.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's a powerful rune.
It's plot convenient.
And then you hear
I could cast this.
reporting for duty, Commander Lightfeather.
Whoa!
What?
What?
What the hell did he just say?
A little less screaming.
Reporting for duty, Commander Lightfeather.
Was
Okay. Yes, Light Feather, that's the
Wait.
cutest name ever.
yeah, demon? Sorry, not DM, not demon. Sorry. Was Lightfeather the pigeon who I met when I was getting my exam from?
No, this is a different one.
Okay, sorry.
And the voice is a lot more like almost like studied and professional sounding, I guess, if you had to attribute a voice to a pigeon. This is greatest information broker this side of a shape. I bring with me a missive. And he, leans his head over and pulls out the scroll and folds it out, and it says, "It appears there is a gentleman that is awaiting you all at the Elfsong Tavern."
Already?
Where? I'm sorry, I missed it.
The
Elf song?
Elfsong
Yes.
Tavern.
Elf song.
Elf song.
I know it's
I
I know
I
it's a
know
little bit
that.
hard with the mic. Sorry.
We were supposed to go there the other day.
Wasn't that where we met a contact for the whole caravan job?
That's right.
I
Now,
think that's our...
please, I require somebody's seal of approval that the message has been received.
I approve.
And he pecks at the little scroll where there's a spot for you put your mark or whatever.
Oh.
Sorry?
I got it.
Well, sign the company name, not yours.
Okay. In her, fancy handwriting. What was it? Fuck, what was the company called again? Brain.
Oh my god.
You even hear the pigeon. "Go, that idiots."
Comrades of the Ghost, for fuck's sake.
Comrades of the Coast.
CoC for CoC.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I will make sure that the CoC mercenary company's name is put out there.
Good.
He
Thank you.
picks up the
Impressive
little letter,
cock.
puts it into his little backpack. He gives a little salute with his wing, and he takes off.
So, that's what we're going by now, huh, Cock?
Should give him a tip with bird feed.
I feel like this should have been a group decision.
I'm speechless. It feels so wrong.
Y'all are killed.
Ooh, did you get that, how's that say? Have you tried out that silver sword yet, Alcar?
I actually have to get it shortened.
Oh, right. Did you get anything else from that paladin that we wanted to speak about?
Well, there's something I wanted to speak to you about, Quail. But I suppose it involves everyone. But of
Being
course,
involved.
I wanted to get your feelings on the matter. But you see, and Lara was there with me, but Gammy made a very interesting proposition regarding our finances. And I just wanted to feel you out and see what you thought of her idea. I personally think it's a good one. She's recommending that we don't work with the local banks here. Apparently, it's just a lot of red tape, terrible line of credit, and, they already have their own high rollers and high paying plans. They ain't got no time for us. But she recommended that we put our money with the, with the Black Network, or at least their banking.
There wasn't one advantage she said about banking with the cities. Is that there's more readily available if you can get it immediately.
Yes, but the network exists in all major cities as well. Plus, she says that we could get a high line of credit and a discount on spell component.
If we use the black market banking, you're saying.
Right.
What if,
Yeah.
because, we are attempting to be a legitimate company, what if we divided assets and put some in the black market bank and some in the city banks? So we had options. And then if one bank were to fall, we don't have all of our eggs in one basket. Diversify.
Eggs?
That's not a bad idea. I'll float it to Gammy and see how she feels about it. Glug, 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 glug.
Alcar starts looking around for something to drink himself.
Uh, so what was that? Oh, you wanted what you wanted to discuss with me, or
Oh, wait, yes. That, and there was one more thing. But how would you feel about banking with the Zentarum?
honestly, I'm against it.
Well, I assumed you would be. But, you met Gammy, and I feel like you guys got off on the right foot.
We,
And
I,
I don't think she would recommend anything that wasn't in our best interest.
yes. Also, just to remind you, again, I do think she is a good. I see where a lot of your charm comes from, but I will just say I do remember what my associations are, and I flash the moon badge.
I am aware of your associations, and this is why I wanted to come to you first.
And I don't think me and the Hoppers and the Zentarum are exactly on the best of friends.
Well, I feel like they might have a bit more common ground given what's been going on these days. Besides, if there's anyone who's all for don't ask, don't tell, it's definitely the Hoppers.
Okay, I'll give you that. But even with regarding faction conflicts, I just does not sit right with me to bank with the Huds. Honestly, it doesn't sit right with me to do either bank, but I think we're reaching a little too far for getting a little too big for our britches. We just started out, and we sound like we're trying to make a conglomerate or whatever.
It's not. Oh, no, no, it is not a conglomerate. We don't have the money for that. Silly. But, well, what about Raina's idea then? Use both.
Like I said, I don't really. I'm not all for either idea, going one side, other side, or both sides. I just don't like the idea. I'll be honest, I don't like the idea of trying to go with banks. But this is,
It has,
again,
it has its benefits, considering, having a line of credit is always a good idea when we don't have a lot of money
But
in the
also, they
bank.
have security, Quill. You want to take all of your life savings and what? Hide it in your pockets? Stick it in a mattress? Like, what are you going to do if we get robbed?
I grew up
Everything.
I grew up debt poor.
I've-
I didn't have many life
I-
savings to begin with.
Okay, well, what do
To
you
be
think the rich do? They don't hide their money in mattresses, they use banks. So if you'd like to stay rich, I suggest you get on board with the idea.
Okay, but like to be fair, I would not want to be the guy that tries to rob us.
That's also a good point. We're not exactly easy to rob.
Right, but do you know how heavy funding is going to be carrying it around versus just having a line of credit or, slips of paper that says we're
That's
good
a-
for it?
Right, and what happens when, we start getting racked up in debt and whatnot?
Who said we're going to get racked up in debt?
I feel like you have as I understand it, say you have a very big financial plan. I don't. If we're going to use a bank, I'd rather be very simple with it. I wouldn't rather want to go like financial. I'm not very well versed in finances, as you can probably
Well,
tell.
you'll learn as you go along,
Yeah,
but you realize that we are a established entity now. We are registered. We are a business.
we are a venturing party.
I think
Financing.
out of everyone here, Civ's knowledge and expertise is probably the most valuable because she comes from a family line of business. She has the business acumen. She knows how to handle finances. She grew up in a big city. This is her bread and butter. The rest of us, this is fairly new for us. And
It's true.
perhaps
I
we
do it
should
in
put
my
our
sleep.
trust in her. If you want to keep some on you, by all means, but I don't think we should be like lugging around all of our finances.
Besides, my proposition was only for all of us to put in a starting share. It wouldn't have to be all your money. I think the minimum each of us would have to put down would be something to the tune of 200 gold.
I only have 300 gold.
Well, I only have 248 gold, so you're better off
Oh.
than me.
Well, damn. For you.
Alcar is just like shifting his eyes side to side.
If we do start using these banks and whatnot, can you promise that we're not going to be like, it's just going to be used for storing and withdrawing and whatnot? We're not going to be going for any wild financial schemes.
No, we can't make that promise because we don't know what tomorrow brings.
I just,
This is our money. This is money that we will use to purchase more equipment, to get you spell components, to food and lodgings.
And we pay it down over time. If there's interest involved, then we'll deal with that. We'll discuss
Wait.
it.
Why are we paying it down?
It's a line of credit. You borrow money ahead of time that you don't have out of your
Okay.
pocket, and then you pay it back to the bank.
That is what I do not like. I do not like being in debt, as you know this.
Okay, but
So, good.
it's not indefinite debt, Quill. We get paid as we do jobs. The money comes back, we pay for the equipment that we needed or the spell components in order to take the jobs.
So you're looking at this like an expenditure when it's really more of an investment.
That's right. Plus, we will have our money in there. We might not even need to use the credit. That's just for emergencies.
Yeah. The way that the bank works is that you're not. So if everybody like puts 200 gold in, they have like a minimum required amount for you to start using credit. So the way it works, and I'm just explaining this. It's been a second, and maybe a refresher will help. The banks are basically saying, hey, you basically have to have this amount before you can start utilizing credit. This is still your money within the bank. This is just how much you have to have within the bank before you can actually start. It's like the sort of idea of, hey, we have to actually see that you have like finances to support a credit card before we give you one. You know what I mean?
Fine, but if I had to pick a choice, I'd rather just go straight legitimate. But that's all I'm really going to say, because it seems the rest of you want the banking thing, so...
I mean, I'm not telling you to do something you're not comfortable with. If you would prefer not to invest in the banking idea and you want to carry all of your gold around by yourself, then fine. You're responsible for your own finances. We'll put our money in the bank, and when we need stuff, we'll use it as a line of credit, and you'll have to just find your own way.
Fair enough.
Well, I love this idea. Claps hands.
Alright, I gotta use the restroom, but also just reminder from this bank stuff, somebody does want to meet with you at the Elf Song Tavern when you guys can.
Yes.
I just want a reminder, so I gotta use the restroom. Be right back.
Quill, need I remind you that thus far you have already borrowed money from myself and from Alcar?
I have, and you know the length I went to repay that.
Right, which is the same lengths we'd go to repay the bank for anything we took out. It's no different. It's just one is an institution and the other are your friends.
I know, I do not like being in debt, as you figured out, as I've said multiple times, and will continue to say.
Right, but that's a very stubborn mindset when you've clearly been okay being in debt with your friends.
I really wasn't, I was just desperate.
Okay.
And
And if you're desperate again in the future? Will you
then
ask us for money?
I've been trying not to.
Okay, but why put yourself in that situation where you have to suffer when there's another option?
I've seen what debt does. The debt my father got into when he wanted to make sure I had the means to study to get into the Academy of Neverwinter.
Right.
I don't.
Right, but I am not your father.
And neither are we. And you put your education to good use, and you can charge a premium for the knowledge that you possess. Then you pay that debt back in tenfold, and then some. That's the point of an education, is it not?
Fair enough. Still, I'm good. I will do this, but I am very, very wary, and I'm not going to be beat around the bush with it.
You don't have to do it. I'm just trying to educate you on what the concept is, because it seems like you're not that familiar with banking, as you yourself had said.
We didn't have much money. Simple as that. But yes, I am not very familiar with money. I guess I don't know.
Well, why don't you
I
think
guess-
it over? It's not like we're going to sign up for the bank accounts right this second.
Exactly. There is time.
And in the meantime, ask the questions you have so that you can make an educated, informed decision rather than one out of fear and stubbornness.
All right.
And also, do review this document again when you get the chance. And she unfurls this, like, long fucking guild charter that she'd written up.
Oh my
And
god.
hands it to the girl.
And is it a new one or is it the previous one?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Oh, it's like I've already read this.
I'd encourage you to just read up on the financing again. Perhaps you missed something.
I did, and I didn't exactly. Again, my opinion was I think we were getting a little too big for our britches.
I mean, I think
just
this
think
is
we're-
pretty standard to start out as a company.
Yes, there's nothing irregular about a healthy dose of ambition, especially if it serves us all.
And it's good to have all your bases covered. I mean, if you set up a fruit stand, Quill, and you wanted to be an entrepreneur, someone bought an apple from you and took a bite and the core was rotten, would you give them their money back? Would you give them a new item? How would you handle a customer complaint? This is no different. We're thinking ahead. We may not be in that situation right now, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't be prepared for the future.
Yes, and I imagine as a wizard who studies extra-dimensional, realms and beings, that you'd be a bit more open-minded about these things. Expand your horizons.
You mean more about deals and whatnot?
What?
Never mind. I'll think about it.
Excellent. That's all we ask.
Is that all you wanted to ask me, or was it more?
Well, this'll do for now.
Okay.
I suppose we should go to the elf song.
Okay.
Meet this contact.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to ask. Wait, I asked that already, but did you find anything else with that, the paladin?
Are you asking
asking?
Civ?
Yes. There's a silver sword that you gave to Alcohol.
Well, I was waiting on Zach because
Oh, okay.
he said that, if I studied this on my own in downtime. That
Oh, you were going to study it. Okay, I thought you were... Never mind. Then forget I said anything. My bad.
Oh, good. But if nothing comes of it, then she'll probably give it to you to, identify.
Okay, my bad. No, we just wait for Zach, I assume, unless someone else wants to say something.
A glug.
Glug. How much water are you getting? Where is it coming from?
She's just has an unlimited supply of red wine.
I thought my coffee cup was wild.
Yeah, we are a chatty bunch, aren't we?
I talk a lot enough already. Unless you want me to start asking you more personal questions.
Civ just starts fussing with her hair in the mirror.
Figured.
Reina's attempting to gather her storm clouds that are still trying to slowly merge into the one back over her head.
Just get.
Yeah.
She's fishing them
Alvar,
like a
Lyra,
butterfly
what are you
net.
guys doing?
What?
Lyra, Alcar?
I didn't hear the question.
What?
Oh,
What?
Civ asked what Lyra was doing.
You guys are doing.
Right this second. Just zoning out.
Ah. Alcar, what
Just
about you?
Contemplating my bad decisions that led me to this point in life.
What the fuck? I have returned.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
Welcome back.
All right, so have you all discussed the finer points of Baldur's Gate finances?
Roughly.
We attempted to.
We
So
attempted to, yeah.
Quill's
But
gonna
I think
think on
Quill's
it.
gonna think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a decision you have to make right this second.
Nope. And
So-
we also, in character, told her it's not a decision she has to make at all. If she's not comfortable with it, she doesn't have to do it. But we were just trying to like educate her, since she doesn't seem to know how banks work, so she can make like an informed decision rather than one that's from confusion or lack of knowledge of the subject.
Only in our party is it this fantasy land of whimsy and such is like, but what about the king's finances? I'm teasing,
Yeah,
of course.
I'm making money here. I'm making money
Ah.
moves.
It reminds me of there was like a line from George R.R. Martin where he's like, well, they said, oh, well, Aragorn lived to rule well for many, many years. But what about his taxes? Like, that's literally something he said. It was kind of hilarious.
Well,
But
Lannister.
always pays her debts. Question: are you guys on your way to the Elf Song Tavern, or
I guess we
or
could
somewhere
be.
else?
I did have a question for you, Zach. Maybe before we go to the tavern, or something
Oh, of
that
course.
could be revealed during.
I was just asking
walk.
like what you guys are doing. It's totally up to you. Also, question.
I have a paladin's signet ring in my loot with a note saying that you can study it during downtime to see if it reveals anything.
So I'm assuming you did that, say,
Yeah.
during the downtime in between games.
Yeah.
I'd say, do you want this? Do you want this in a private PM, or are you cool if I just say it out loud?
You can say it out loud.
Okay. So the signet ring is helm, but the actual like symbol on it is cracked in half, almost like somebody touched, and then that portion of the ring almost snapped.
Interesting.
It's almost very symbolic of his faith. It's like this person was a devout warrior of Helm, driven to madness, and now it's like what was left was sort of almost like his interpretation of Helm. If that makes sense? Like who is worthy of this divine wrath? And kind of in conjunction with that, you could probably deduce that what happened is that he probably was a really decorated soldier somewhere, was a paladin for Helm. Something made him snap. What that something is, you would need to dig a little bit further. But the sort of snapping of that like signet ring is almost like symbolic of his devotion to Helm kind of breaking.
Got it.
Oopsie.
I'll
Also,
pass
this
it
is-
on to.
This is just a general question. Has anybody ever had their girlfriend come over to a plate of cookies that they are eating, take off all the ends, and eat just the gooey center?
No.
No.
What the fuck?
And then acts like completely innocent as they're getting stared at right now.
Oh, is that Cass? Say hi to Cass.
Okay,
Hi,
they say
Kat.
hi.
Well,
I meant
to
to
say hi.
relate to this, I would first need to be interested in girls, which I am
Yeah.
not. Therefore, no girlfriend has ever done that to me.
Same,
she
girl,
just-
same.
And then she fucking just like waved and went and she slowly closed the door. But yeah, that information would be pertinent of the significance of this signet ring.
Cool.
I just-
I'm gonna pass it on to Quill.
It's a. Oh, that is. Well, I believe the symbolism is a little heavy-handed here.
Yes, rather obvious, but see if you can dig anything else up.
Oh,
I get it. Heavy-handed, because it's a ring.
Quill's just gonna quickly ritually cast Identify on it, just to see if, there's a secret magic stuff.
Sure. Casting Identify on this pretty much yields that this used to be a holy symbol, like how paladins and clerics use their holy symbols as
Yeah.
as a focus. That's what this signet used to be.
Okay, yeah. Oh. Well, it is. I think just looking at it says it all, but you get the idea.
Is there any way that Reyna could maybe make a religion check to see what deity he used to follow?
Sorry, I already said it. It was Helm.
Oh.
It's Helm.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Oh, sorry. No worries. My mic's not the best right now.
We also munching cookies.
I mean, they're delicious.
Only the edge of the cookies, however. No gooey center.
I mean, there's one left with a gooey center, which I'm protecting and looking over my shoulder like a fucking crack addict. Like she's just gonna come in and just be like,
Just like, yeah.
Oh, speaking of crack, what was the in-universe name for marijuana we came up with?
No, nobody cares.
Well, I care because Alcar's going to go find some after this.
The demon's lettuce.
Jimson weed.
Waste of time. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, onwards we go to the end. Tra la 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 la.
La, la,
Do your
la.
song.
Ah,
Skipping.
It was so funny when Arya's just like, I'm not gay, and Ray's just like, I am.
Fame girl fame. Anyways, elf song.
Okay, elf song it is.
Whee!
Wee.
Okay.
One montage later.
So there's not going to be anything that accosts you all on this way. It's rather, one second. Okay. Let's see. So as you get to the Elf Song Tavern, a very, very similar kind of looking things here and there around the Elf Song Tavern. Some adventurers coming in, for a drink and such. And none of you need to roll perception for this, but you see a cloaked figure is sitting at a table by themselves, and they're noticeably bigger than most of the people there. And it's a familiar shape, is all I'll say.
Is that Ogmok?
Oh no! You hear as his head swings around. He has the hood up. You ever watch Thor Ragnarok when he's covering his face with a little bit of cloth or something like that?
Yeah.
That's Ogmok right now. He's like, how do you know?
Hey!
He kind of motions you all to come over, almost like be quiet, I will be sneaky.
Okay.
Alcar just shrugs. When in Rome, he puts his own cloak's hood up.
So decided to just join in and put her own cloak up.
And he says, I am glad to see you all are here and unhurt.
How did the Battle of Elturel go?
Oh, it went fucking great, actually.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'll be entirely honest, Ogmok may or may not have almost crapped his pants when he saw Dragon. But he was on our side, which was weird.
Oh, just trust me, me and Alcohol were also crapping our pants. Not a...
He looks over and he gives a bow to Reyna, going, glad to see you have made it as well. Any missives from Talos?
You know, he did his usual mysterious responses to my prayers. He used my storm cloud this time. She, like, points to the cloud above her head. Also, where have you been?
Traveling. Hey, says as he's munching on a cookie too.
Traveling.
He nods his head and he said, "Well, battle took us by surprise. I was helping fight in streets, but after battle, I was told to go and find you all."
What is happening to his accent?
I know, I don't know what's happening either. He sounds like Borat.
It's the cookie.
It's I think the mic can't pick it up like how my headset does, so I'm just gonna talk in his accent without simulating cookie eating noises. It says, "Well, during the battle, I was pretty much helping the defenses. The battle lasted a day. After the battle, I was sent to try and find you all, since I was supposed to be traveling with you anyways. I was also told to try to not be seen wearing, you know, any gestures to the Order of the Gauntlet symbol and all that."
Oh,
And he goes, "Plus this is a sneaky operation, correct?"
Yes. We
It
all
was
had
How
to
sneaky.
hide ours too.
Yes, you may call me Candy Hilton.
And I am Laura MacArthur Golden.
I'm
Looks
just
at
going by
Reyna.
Storm Siren.
Looks over at Quill.
Lyrian.
Looks over at Lyra.
Dreaming.
God, this is going to be so confusing for Ogmok.
Right?
I think we're already confused too.
What does that mean? I have to be Gokma?
You could be.
Hot milk.
Or you can come up with something awesome, like my title.
Ah! Head Stepper.
I mean,
Sure.
Stop.
that's not a terrible name, Head Stepper.
He says, I mean, the question is that, I assume that we all be traveling together regardless, so amongst each other we don't have to have these memorized, but around the others is pretty much what we have to, right? And also, I noticed that some of you also changed some of what you were wearing so that it was a little less, you know, obvious of who you were.
Oh yeah!
Yes,
Yeah.
you lie. And she does a little shimmy in her new dress.
Oh, yeah. Oh yes, look very nice. And he does like the AOK symbol. I think
Oh,
at the
yeah.
end.
Does Elker want to describe what he looks like now?
Yeah, Elcar takes down his head. It's about this time that anybody who didn't notice will notice at this point that he is blonde now, like a golden blonde, and that his armor, instead of being silver and black, is gold and crimson. So, like, splint, like the metal is golden and the cloth is crimson as opposed to the previous color scheme.
So while Ogmok was fighting Thaans and such for the fate of Elturel, you were going to style part?
No, that was all me.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, evidently we have our priorities straight.
The question is, how do I look?
Oh, you look good and distinctly different from what you looked like before.
Thank you.
I am quite proud of my work.
She looks.
Elcar has. Oh, sorry, go.
I was gonna say she looks at Alcar and squints and looks at everyone else. Do we also have to change our appearance like that?
Not
I
I'm
mean-
incognito.
I mean, you can always go basic, and you see as Ogmok takes like a part of his robe and covers like the lower part of his face.
Oh, thank God. I don't want to dye my hair like that.
Well, that storm cloud of yours is going to be a dead giveaway. Maybe do
Mhm.
something about that.
She like furiously starts to try to wave it away until it finally dissipates.
Shoo, shoo!
Ogmok starts helping by going,
Oh, like Gimli in Return of the King.
Yep. And he says, right. So have you come up with a name for your mercenary group, though?
Yes, CoC. Comrades of the Code.
Somebody quote that. Somebody quote that, please.
I'm still
Yes,
not
Cock.
entirely sold
I
on the whole
said
cock
that
thing.
earlier.
It's just the way it was like just matter of factly said. The delivery was great. So, let's see. He goes, so talk. He's just saying yes. He's like staring at the group.
Well,
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't get a say in that. I probably would have gone with something besides cock, but that's what we're going with. So yeah, cock.
Well, seeing as you're the only one here who has one, I feel like you would appreciate it.
That should be our motto. When you're in trouble,
mean-
you need cock.
I mean, it
I
is funny.
love it.
When you need length and girth, call cock.
As you say this, like Ogbok is just staring at you, and then his hand slowly raises up, and he says, "Barkeep, I need whiskey."
Yes, right. Well, I think we all need to drink.
There's no
Also-
problem a little cock won't solve.
That's a good
Cock
one.
aside, I do have information as well that I picked up while coming into the city. I was coming into the city very, very sneakily. Cuts back to previous thoughts of him just like waltzing in through the gate. Do, 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 do. Yeah, very sneaky.
And just like whistling.
Yep. He says, but I couldn't help but notice that there was a group that was being a little bit sneakier than Akmok. I know, right? Very hard to, very, very hard to imagine. But
Oh yeah, real hard.
See?
Like cock.
Oh my god! I've missed this.
That's one sneaky cock.
God.
Go on, Cock.
And he says, I noticed that there was a dragonborn that was traveling amongst a group of people. They were doing their best to not be seen. It was a black dragonborn. Scales seemed to notice such.
Wait.
And
Did they
That's
have
not
a tail?
Landragosa.
I heard two different things. I heard that's not Landragosa, which very true. He's blue, and he looks over at Reyna.
Did he have a tail?
A tail?
Yes, like
Kind of quirks his head to the side.
describe it. What was his stature? How high? How tall? How broad? Was there a tail involved? What did you see?
Actually, it was a female dragonborn. It was a little bit shorter than the usual dragonborn, and almost walked with a sort of hunch. And they wore robes. They didn't wear any armor either.
but did they have a tail?
A tail, yes, they did. Sorry, I thought you were saying tell like that.
Oh.
Like that's my bad.
That's okay. Interesting. Now, when she had her vision, there was no indication. Like the being she saw with a tail seemed to be like probably male, correct? Like it was more like broad and tall.
Yes, the
Okay.
description of their shadow was definitely that they were of a larger stature and broad-shouldered and very much a warrior.
Right.
The kind of description Ogmok is giving is almost more like they're either a non-combatant or a caster.
Got
Yeah.
it. Well, that doesn't match the image that I saw at all from Talos. A woman?
And he says, yes, and it seemed like they were getting things ready to try and go, I think it was near the Black Gate, to order some carts to be made. So I Anfarfrun gave me a little bit of a heads up of what was going on, but all I know is that apparently that we're supposed to be moving with a large group of different caravans that are moving northward.
So this woman, this dragonborn, is going to be part of the caravan that we're joining.
It would
Most
seem
likely.
so.
We should
And
try to speak to her.
Speak to
She looks at Alcott. Maybe she's Lendragosa's girlfriend.
So, what you're saying is I should cuck Landragosa.
What?
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 I mean, I've tried everything else to get the guy to notice me.
Oh,
This
God.
guy.
are you
Thought he
still are you still convinced that you are best friends with this?
At this point, I'm not sure.
He's
You know, I'm
little
getting a lot of
delusional.
mixed messages here.
Well,
Right, but I do question the wisdom of perhaps speaking with this black dragon person. It might just give us away. I'm assuming they seem to be in a position of seniority, and they might recognize us. We have kind of been the thorn in their side for a while now.
but maybe they've
Mhm.
only heard descriptors of us, like what we've done,
We're all.
not necessarily what we look like.
We've already gotten
We have
in.
to keep a low profile while
Agreed.
we're in.
Right, but how are we going to get information if we just keep to ourselves? Isn't that more suspicious?
Well, we're going to be part
we
of
have other
the.
Sorry, Quill, go ahead.
Yeah, we're getting into the caravan regardless, thanks to our contacts. So, I would not. We can learn information as we go. I would suggest we the more we interact, the more chances our cover can be blown.
But if we don't
No, that's my
interact,
fear.
then we increase the odds that we're going to be robbed if we don't use a bank. She says with like a look on her face that's teasing.
Oh God, are we back to the bank thing again?
Please. Keep on focus. Focus.
I know finances are important, but it's so boring.
Agreed. Anyways, listen to what I'm saying. The more we interact, the more chances we at risk of getting our cover being blown. We keep interacting to a minimum. We go back to it. We do what we need to do in the city in the meantime, and then once time comes, we join the caravan and we head off. That is what I think. Any thoughts or opinions?
I
I have
can't
an
believe I'm
opinion.
saying this, but I agree.
Well, can't we just send Alcar? He looks totally different.
I want to fight something so bad right now that I'm willing to fight myself.
You really think
Fret not,
Alcaz?
friends. We've proven to be quite sneaky in the past. I'm sure we will stumble upon plenty of information once we get there.
Not wrong.
Now, Ogmark, was there anything else?
And he says, the only other part that I can really think of is just that, well, it seems like if you all were waiting around to see if the, person of interest that was going to start the caravan movement northward, I think they're here, so we might find ourselves moving out of Baldur's Gate rather soon.
Typical. Does anyone need to do any last minute shopping before? Because I feel like the time for that is rapidly closing.
Oh yeah, the sword.
That's very true. Everybody, you guys can take care of your shopping now before going towards the Black Gate to kind of meet and sign your mercenary group's names and all that. So this is your opportunity, and I am going to say this much: on the road, there are caravans that are shopkeepers and stuff like that. But the thing about being on the road is also that the supplies are limited to what's within the caravan. So if something's not there, it's just not there.
Yeah. Quick question.
Go for it.
You mentioned the Black Gate. Will there be a pair of halflings there, one of them carrying a ring?
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Wrong fandom.
Instead, it's 2 kobolds. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, if we're doing shopping and tying up some loose ends, then I might as well look into the banking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We'll
you
get an
take care of that.
opportunity to get out of the city.
You take care of that, Civ. I'll give you, what was it, 200 gold?
How much did we have to put down, Zach? You said it was like 800?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Okay.
800,
And
yes.
Quill, you don't care either way, right? For now, so we
Correct.
could technically bank with Gammy as well.
I mean, if we only need to do 800, then that's 200 for 4 people. So if Quill wants to think about it, then we could still open a bank account without Quill. And if she decides to join in, then she could just pay us each back money that would have included her share. And we could just add her name onto the account.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Reyna's gonna go with Civ, if Civ will have her.
Absolutely.
Okay,
But question remains, are we all sold on Gammy's proposition, or do you want to work with the actual bank of Baldur's Gate?
I still think we should do half and half, diversify our assets. But I don't know if we have the funds to do both right away.
We do not.
I will remind you also, the Baldur's Gate Bank basically ensures that any large city you go to, you're going to be able to access your funds. So, whereas the black market one, it's a little bit more niche, but at the same time, it does require, there's less red tape. Less, oh, well, you have to wait until you have this much credit or whatever, you know what I mean?
So there's
Would it
pros and cons to both of them.
Would it make sense to open our finances first with an official bank, because we want to establish our reputation as an official company, and then later, behind the scenes, bank with Gammy?
I would rather
like that idea.
Again, it doesn't matter for me, but I would rather go official bank if we had to choose.
That's fine, and I can try to open up my own line of credit with Gammy when the time comes, but official bank it is.
All right, I'm going to pass 200 gold to Civ.
Sib gonna take it.
See you going, take it.
I will as well.
Okay.
Anybody want to come to the smithy with me?
I'll go. I don't really have anything more purchases to make, so.
Heck yeah.
Now,
We have
Raina,
it.
I recommend changing for the bank. I'm gonna wear my red dress. My current outfit might just fit you.
Oh, all right. Sure.
Little quick change montage.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta do a montage.
Question.
All right. Answer.
I have Smith's tools and proficiency with them. Would I be able to do this myself if I just pay for access to the smithy?
Honestly, yes.
Awesome.
Because you have the proficiency right now. You will have to do some rolls with those tools. So, if you roll super low, something bad might happen. But, I'll put it to you this way. For you to fuck it up to the point where, everything's destroyed, you need to roll extremely, extremely low. It's not going to be 10, well, everything goes to waste. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
He makes
And
something,
also-
but in battle he gets hit once and it just disintegrates off of him.
Oh,
Also, this is so for anybody who does crafting of the sort. This has been something I kind of shelved for a bit just because as I got busy. But I have been working on tables to denote the materials and cost for materials that you all would need to create certain things. Everything from armor and weapons, as well as potions. So,
Sweet.
Cool.
Nice.
so those of you with like herbalism, alchemy, smithing, that kind of stuff, like you'll have like a table to reference and be like, oh, I need to get this. Hey, DM, can I go to this and try to snag this if it's available? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not having to. It's not relying on me having to like find stuff, and it paints a better picture of, oh, this is what I can do with my tools. So that's not something I have currently, but that is something still in the works. Just wanted to let everybody know. But
All right.
okay, so we have who is going where though?
Rena and Civ are going to the bank.
And
I'm-
Alcar and Quill are going to the smithy.
Okay.
I
And
go to the bank too. If
Okay.
that's okay.
all right, bank time.
We'll make
do
sure
the
to
bank.
take the adventuring company charter with us as well if we need to show it as proof. It has all our names
Okay.
on it.
All right. I'm gonna
Our
start with the. I'll start with the bank group.
Mhm.
So as you get there, it is the official bank of Baldur's Gate. It is heavily guarded. A lot of wards are around. It pretty much are like defensive wards to try and keep the area sort of secure and such. And yeah, you all are currently in line, and the line's moving at a decent pace. Like it's not like a super slow one.
It's not like the DMV.
Is there a way I can do some sort of like check to get to like the VIP section? Some banks have like their own like private tellers. Like, is there a role I can do for performance or?
It depends on what you're doing. It'll be based off what you're doing to try and get
I'm
there.
trying to get the attention of a more senior clerk, maybe someone who has their own little corner and it's less trafficked.
How are you getting their attention?
She is going to present herself as being a very important, rich person. And she's obviously annoyed about the line and was hoping that maybe someone will usher her group over.
Go ahead and roleplay that out a little bit. That's going to define how hard the DC is, or if you get advantage.
She was like, well, normally I would use my husband's contact. I do hate waiting in lines. My constitution is just not for this. But unfortunately, I had to do all of this by myself today. Oh.
Rena realizes she's like acting, and so she's gonna jump in. My lady, please, I understand. This isn't the normal, but it was just imperative. We needed your signature.
I think I'm having one of those.
You're all right. She starts fanning her. Just breathe, my lady. Breathe. Like we practice at home. No, it's all right. Just breathe.
At advantage, press performance. Press the advantage button on it.
Okay.
Okay. That is very good. And then one of the like sort of guards that's there, it says, Madam, are you of a noble importance? We have a specific line for those from the upper district. That's why are you in the standardized line?
I don't know, honestly. I just can't think today. Oh, the drama! Thank you, kind sir.
Drama! Thank you, kind sir! Yes, you're welcome, he's just saying as he's like confusedly watching.
Right, so we'll go there.
So you get allowed into the other one, and there is a gnome that is behind the desk.
Right, hello there. How can I help you today, madams?
Oh, the gnome.
Well, hello there, kind sir. We are CoC, Comrades of the Coast.
That's the way you're always going to frickin' like introduce. We are cock.
She presents the company charter.
I bet she does.
Like hoping to open a bank account with y'all and start a line of credit.
And you, like as you kind of say that, he's oh, you don't have an account already, madam?
We do not.
What she means
We
to
did have,
say,
yes.
her husband has an account, of course. This is a very esteemed woman in the society. I can't believe you're even asking her. We are looking to open up our own account as an established adventuring party. Separate, of course. You understand.
And the acronym that you all chose was cock.
Listen, we are comrades of the
Yeah.
coast, and it is just the acronym that fit. And if you find it funny, we can take this out back. And her like storm cloud starts to like appear and like, you know.
fucking bring the hell about that fuck life. Fuck.
Sid would elbow Reyna sharply.
I mean, good sir, of course we are a serious adventuring party, and we'd appreciate it if you took us as such.
Right away, I apologize. So currently we have the standard plan for adventuring parties as well as other established groups. May I see your charter, please?
She flops the charter down on the table in a very phallic way.
In a what way?
You heard him.
As you do that, the gnome flicks out a pair of glasses and reads each line meticulously.
It is a gnome thing.
All right. Well, next in order to open a line of credit, and as you know, the Bank of Baldur's Gate is accessible via all major cities, all the way from Candlekeep, all the way up to Icewind Dale along the coast, as well as other major cities, as well as a few selected hamlets that also service with our banks. However, their withdrawal amounts are going to be far more limited than any of the major cities, including but not limited to Waterdeep, Neverwinter, Icewind Dale, Daggerford, Candlekeep. You get the idea.
Yes, very extensive.
Now, the deposit amount in order to have a line of credit to use at the bank and or start that line of credit is
Kev just drops it all on the table.
all 800.
Yeah.
I see you came prepared.
She knows that's the minimum amount.
Oh no, I know. She like the gnome just says, "Oh, yeah, you came prepared." He says as he adjusts his glasses.
Yeah, she checks her nails. She's like, I'm always prepared.
Gotcha. So Alcar put in 200. Lyra put in 200. Who else is putting the other 400 in? Is it you two?
Yeah.
And Civ will also put down her 200.
Okay, so everybody who has put in 200, go ahead and subtract that 200. I'm going to make a part in my notes saying your, let's see, Baldur's Gate bank account. I will say, you are the first group I've ever done anything like this for.
Hooray.
Huzzah! A very boring first, but important.
No, and I'm not making fun of it. I want to make sure that's clear.
It's a new trend.
It's a new... Oh my god, it's a new trend.
All the D&D groups are doing it now. I call it banking.
Dun dun dun.
Alright, so currently it's very basic. I'll kind of spiffy it up when I can. I'm going to give you all access to the Baldur's Gate bank account.
Amazing.
So if you go to the journal portion, which is like the opened book thing, you should see an entry called Baldur's Gate bank account, and you should see current savings
so
and credit
cool.
limit.
I love it.
Your credit limit is 150 gold.
Yep, and currently you are all set to observers. So all, just everybody has to, whoever's like interacting with it, just has to get declared and tell me, hey, I'm doing this for the account, all that good stuff. And so as he's like counting out all the gold, he's going, so I'm sure you all know that putting money away into a bank is the best way to make sure that your financial state. And just as he shoves the rest of the gold down like this shoe, he goes, and it's gone.
Well, pleasure doing business.
Pleasure doing business with you now, as always. And he goes over to a stamping machine. And he starts, kind of fiddling with a couple of gears and such like that. There's a couple of these, letters and such that he's sort of, let me get 1 second. And he puts a giant stamp on it. And what is presented for you as what, the sort of, is this metal piece with the symbol for Baldur's, the city of Baldur's Gate. And there's no art specifically of this for reference, but this is what the actual, I'm going to put it in the imagery. This, so this is think of this except metal, and there's a couple of letters and numbers put on it.
Nice.
This is going to be your symbol to be able to make sure that we can check for legitimacy. There is, of course, put on it a level of enchantment so that we can always make sure that this is the genuine version. Do not lose it, and make sure. However, if you do lose it, there is a process. And there is a fee in accordance with it of 75 gold in order to get a new one.
So we all share this one sigil as a company.
Correct.
All right, so we're not giving it ever to Alcar. She looks at
I
Civ.
don't know who that is.
Aww.
Yeah, Civ would just pluck it, and she's like, don't worry, I'll make sure to take care of it.
My goodness. But yeah,
Bye.
Bye.
So you.
Bye now, suckers.
Oh wait, and also we want to continue the charade on our way out,
Oh yes.
so we're consistent. So we have to continue with the conniption.
Okay.
Total service.
My
I shall
lady-
never get over this.
My lady, calm down, please. The carriage, it's right outside. You just breathe. Oh, just
Aye.
it's all right. You got the money. It's fine.
Was Lyra just standing there to the side this whole time, by the way?
Kind of shaking her head like, oh, what is happening?
Come now, servant girl. Don't dally.
I'm definitely not going
You
anywhere near now.
make haste. We just run out of the bank.
God.
Stupid. I love it.
Oy.
All right. So, is there anything else? Of the crew? Or no?
I don't think so.
I think we're good.
Jesus.
I think we've done enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and I'm gonna switch over to the other two. Jesus. All right. So the smithy, you both approach the smithy, and it's the same one that kind of you approached last time when you were wanting quotes, Alcar.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's just hammering away.
Hi.
Hey,
Can I
it's
use
you
your
again.
sword?
Sure. What do you want to use it for?
I'm just gonna grind this sword down from a great sword into a long sword.
He kind of like looks at you up and down for a moment, and he just goes, sure, why not?
He's
And
quite
he moves
competent.
over.
He's quite
Thank
competent
you.
in the ways of elven smithing.
All right.
Okay.
And then he says, as he says, just leave me 5 gold for the service fee and for using my tools, and sounds good.
Oh, that's okay. I have my own tools, but thank you.
It was more so the grindstone and all that.
Oh
The
yeah, I'll
other,
still pay you. I'll still pay you.
and he goes, all right, have at it. All
While
right, go for it.
while Alcar is grinding away, can Quill try and gather up the silver like dust and shards and whatnot being grinded off of it?
Yeah, sure. I don't see why not.
So wait, you're trying to get like the silver dust?
Yes. You could maybe be used as a material as a magical component for something. I don't know.
Okay. No, that's fine. I was just confirming that that's what you were wanting.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to do.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Can you give me a smith's tool roll, Alcar?
Ta-da! Not bad.
Um, see, okay. Yep, you're able to shave it off quite good. And Quill, go ahead and add 10 gold or actually,
Silver dust.
more like 15 gold worth of silver dust.
Nice. Thank you. He said,
Awesome.
while
And
he's just
now
grinding away, Quill just running around him in circles, just gathering the powder out.
it is now a long sword.
So should I just add that to my inventory?
Um, yeah, just take off the great sword, add a long sword, and just edit it so that it's silvered, like in the name.
Okay, I didn't actually have the great sword in my inventory. I forgot to quote take it unquote from Sid.
Oh. Go ahead and add a long sword and just name it so that it has what should I call it? It's silvered. So let me know when you've done that.
Where is it? Here we go. Wait.
You good?
Yeah, I got it. Oh,
Okay, cool.
Jesus. One sec. I don't got
Okay. Well, is there anything else y'all want to do at the smithy or anything like that? Any other places you would want to head up for things or no?
Well, actually, while I'm here, I'd like to sell my old longsword and my old greatsword, if that's possible.
Sure. Let me pull up the prices that you would be able to sell those for. It is going to be less than what they're worth because they are used weapons.
That's fine.
But it's not going to be like they go for like a couple of copper.
Well, a couple
Yeah.
of. I
So
don't know.
I would say that the great sword would go for about 20 gold. The long sword would go for about 5.
So 25 total? Yeah, I'll take.
Yep. Okay. And then go ahead and delete those.
Should I sell the crossbow too?
That's up to you, dude. You have no other long range capabilities without that, but that's up to you.
I would say no. Keep it just in case. You never know when you have to hit a long
Yeah,
distance target.
I'll hold on to it.
Or if you're gonna get rid of the crossbow, get a different long-range weapon.
Yeah, I should probably get a longbow, shouldn't I? Could I trade in the crossbow for a longbow?
Let me check if the prices would be congruent with that. So it's what kind of crossbow is it?
It is a heavy crossbow.
You since it's used, he'd say that you'd have to pay 25 gold.
How much is a longbow usually? Also, the crossbow's not used. I've never used it.
Is it? It's more like the thing of a car. You could drive a car maybe like 100 miles, if that, but it's still a used car.
What if it's never been driven before? What if it's still on the lot?
It's not on the lot.
It's out of the box.
Like, you've been carrying this crossbow around. That ain't been on the lot, buddy.
Alright.
And so, for reference, a crossbow heavy is the same price as a longbow. For reference, so that but it is used. So therefore, but what you gain from it is that you can actually, like, when you get to the multi-attack phase, you can actually fire multiple arrows, whereas the crossbow, you need a feat to reload it.
Alright, I'll do it.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, bows, very elven coded.
Very often, what?
Very elven coded.
It's not removing from my inventory.
It says you're out of the party. You're out of the game server.
Oh, you must be having.
Is
I'll
it?
take care of it. I'll want me to take care of it for you, dude.
Okay, I'm
While you're
refreshing in the
back in.
meantime, yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Been having some technical issues today, looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I feel that. Okay, you're good to go.
Okay. You added the longbow too, or do I need to do that?
Nope, I already did it. Longbow's there.
Huh, it only says I have the longsword.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's there on my screen, man. So you might need to reload again.
Close BRB. I'm just gonna close the client and reopen it.
Okay. Is there anything else you two want to do near Smithy or out when you're out and about?
Is there like a bookstore we can stop by nearby?
A bookstore.
Yes.
Sure. What kind of books are you looking for, though?
Non-fiction.
There's a big difference. What's up?
Non-fiction. I'm looking for books about Tiamat.
Books about Tiamat. Um. There aren't any that are just specifically about Tiamat. There are books that have mention of Tiamat, but there's not a one that seems to be there that is dedicated specifically to talking about the Dragon Queen.
Okay. Would I be able to find a book about going into depth about the Nine Hells instead, then?
Like, going into depths about like the Nine Hells.
Yeah.
There'd be a general guide. There's a book for 15 gold. It's basically just a general overview of the Nine Hells.
I'll take it. And also, while I'm at it, is there any good romance?
Roll me investigation and then ask your question.
Okay. 19.
Okay. So, in addition, you find a Tiamat coloring book.
And this comes with the Nine Hells book.
Nope, it is 2 copper.
Sure.
It says good for ages 6 and up.
Good, it'll be perfect for Alucard.
Yay! If I spend 2 copper out of a gold, how many copper do I get back?
Wait, if you spend what?
If I break a gold to spend 2 copper, how many copper do I get back?
So you would get back if you you would get back 9 silver and 8 copper.
Done.
If you were to break a gold.
Now, how much is 581 gold in Electrum?
Oh, please no.
Um,
I'm joking.
and then like that, Talos struck with a lightning bolt and hit Alucard directly in the forehead.
Hell yeah, Sky Daddy!
And then along came Talos.
And then along came Talos.
While there, at the bookstore, is there any good, I don't know, like, romance novels?
Any good romance novels?
Want me to read along during the trip?
Roll me a D100.
Okay. Oh boy.
Alcar will read those with Quill.
The lusty Argonian maid.
By
Volumes
Vivius
1 and 2.
That's
But no, it's by Crassius Kira.
You didn't find the lusty. You did not find the lusty Argonian maid, but you did find the sexually frustrated Barovian.
That
Oh my
doesn't
God.
sound very fun at all.
Here, I'll take it. How much?
5 copper.
Can Alcar look for romance novels?
Sure, give me a D100.
Oh my God.
You found.
The ever-longing lizard man.
Sounds kind of sus, not gonna lie.
It's the lizard man that couldn't get with the lusty Argonian maid.
None of these romance novels sound very good.
They write them better in Neverwinter.
The sexually frustrated Barovian. That's totally
Yeah,
Strahd.
I imagine the only thing you have to do in Neverwinter is try not to freeze.
It's not that cold in Neverwinter. It's not Luskin.
I mean, you people do a lot of writing regardless.
Yeah.
I wonder. Alcar's gonna look for DIY books.
What kind of DIY?
Literally anything like how to build a cabinet or like how to like shave your ass. I don't know.
How to slay a dragon for dummies.
Okay, so
Dragon Slaying for Dummies.
Okay, so you find a flip book of Dragon Slaying for Dummies. It is 1 page, and it just says in big bold letters, "Don't."
Well, that's not a very good book. I know more than that.
Do we though?
God, is there anything else of importance, y'all?
Of importance? No.
How long are we going to be here with different either slutty novels for you to try to find in this city? Hey, don't look at me like that. This is what they're looking for.
All right. One more time trying to find a good romance novel.
Actually, give me a sec, guys. The battery on my headphones are about to go off, so I'm actually going to put you on voicemail. Or not voicemail. Yeah, voicemail. 1 second.
The number you have reached.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right, you there?
Oh, hello. Hello.
1 sec, it's not on speaker.
Hello. Can you hear us, DM?
I just need to put, let's see, audio output. All right, speak again.
Speak again.
All right.
Can you hear us, DM?
Yes, I can.
Excellent.
Huzzah!
Huzzah, indeed. So,
Anyways, we're that smart.
you're just looking for more DIY, but or what was the other one you're gonna look for?
One more time, gonna look for a good romance novel.
A
Can I-
good romance.
Can
That's-
I help him? Give him the help action?
Sure. At advantage, roll me investigation.
Damn, I gotta open my character sheet. Give me a minute.
Oh no.
You don't have your character sheet open.
That means death.
Slow down.
$10. What do I find?
All right, with a 10, you're able to find the volume number 3 of Tusk Love.
If you don't buy that, I'm buying that.
Well, it's better than the others, but it is volume 3. Can I at least look for the other two?
Oh, I've read volumes 1 and 2.
Well, I haven't.
They're good. I would recommend them. we find-
Okay, do I need to read them?
Yeah, you do. Here, I'm gonna help him find.
God damn it!
I'm gonna help him
I'm
try
going
to
to say
find.
you find them all as Tusk Love is one of the hit romance novels in Faerun.
All right, how much?
3 gold.
They're good books. I would recommend.
Alright.
Okay. That's enough tomfoolery on my end.
What's up?
That's enough tomfoolery on my end.
All right, let's get out of here before we buy more trashy romance novels.
It's not trashy. It's art.
Alright. I'm going to say that you all are able to meet up at this point. Would you guys have chose like a meeting point back in like the Elf Song Tavern? Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah, why not? Elf Song Tavern it is.
I'm getting assaulted. One sec.
Well, stop that.
Never.
Jesus. So Elf Song Tavern it is? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So upon getting there, Ogmok is still there, thinking that he's a lot sneakier than he actually is. And he says, "Did you all take care of loose ends for the city that you are wanting to?"
For the most part, I think
Yes, we were very successful.
we had a very interesting outing.
Very.
Ugh.
Well,
What's the matter, Lyra?
Apparently, I'm a serving girl.
Does that mean you bring drinks or something like that? If that is so, I could really use refill.
Oh, why don't you ask your girlfriend for refill?
Who is every? Well, technically, if we are going based off of being girl and friend, all of you are, because you are all my friends and you are all girls except for Alcor.
Still just side-eyeing,
Hey, Ogmok.
Reyna.
Hey, Ogmok, Lyra, guess what?
What?
He holds up the Tusk Love trilogy.
God.
Yeah. You know,
Crickets.
I enjoy a good romance novel as much as the next person, but I do tend to be a little more subtle about it.
What is there to be subtle about with romance? Like, it's romantic.
It is, but it's also 90% porn.
It is?
Oh, now we're talking.
He
Isn't
flips
that
open the
boy?
pages and starts furiously reading because he just doesn't believe it, and then he snaps it shut. Oh, gods, it is.
It's good, though.
I paid 3 gold for pornography.
If you don't want it, I'll take it.
I mean, I paid 3 gold for it. We're not going to have a lot else to do on the road, so we'll share it.
You see Ogmok like slow getting a refill for his whiskey, being like, maybe I should have stayed at El Torel.
Do you think the tusk is like actual tusks, or is it just a euphemism for penis?
Quill just whispers in Alcar's ear.
So it's the third tusk.
Nod.
Okay.
God damn it.
So what now?
Well,
What now, indeed?
did you want to go shopping, Rin? I know you were busy trying to commune with Talos.
Right now.
Well, Rena came with me to the bank.
Okay, but did you go shopping?
No, we have not gone shopping.
I don't think I'll need reading material for the ride, but thank you for thinking of me.
No, just in other materials you might need. Just thinking, potentially.
Well, if I needed materials, I
wait.
would have made that my destination, wouldn't I?
Wait,
Fair.
wait, Quill!
What?
The coloring book! We don't have any crayon!
I prestidigitate a crayon.
Haha!
You
I bought him something for the road.
You bought a coloring book.
For Alcar. No, sorry.
Who
For
doesn't like coloring?
Sorry, not for Alcar, for Lauren Carr.
You should try it, Reina. It might chill you out a little bit.
All right, let me see that. She grabs the crayon and opens to a random page and just starts drawing giant circles over everything. Like a fucking toddler. You're right, Alka. This is quite therapeutic. Thank you for the experience. And she like breaks the crayon and hands it back to him.
You didn't have many friends growing up, did you?
He just stands there holding, cradling the two broken pieces of the crayon in his hand, like, with this crestfallen look.
Reina, did you happen to be a bully when you were a child?
No.
Well, you grew up to be one.
Well, then I met people and I decided, fuck that.
Damn. Talos apparently teaches you to steal a nerd's lunch money.
Ogmok is still sitting there, just like, okay, what are we doing?
Right.
Seriously.
Ogmok,
is also
why don't
side-eyeing.
you try a page? She like grabs the crayons out of Alkar's hands and hands them to Ogmok. Flips to a new clean page that doesn't look like something out of the fucking ring.
Siv accidentally knocks over the glass of whiskey onto the coloring book.
Quill's going to
Add
use
insult to injury.
Quill's going to use presentation and clean the book before it can get soaked.
Why are you all so mean?
Because it's fun.
Yeah, you would think it's fun, wouldn't you?
I mean, I just
That's
said it was
facts.
fun.
Oh, you know, before we head out, I saw a place called Funeral Arrangements. We should probably stop by there on our way to the Black Gate. It pays to be prepared.
I don't think we're gonna have a body to return.
I mean, there could at least be a service.
If I have a service, it's gonna be held in Neverwinter.
Oh, that's why it's funeral arrangements and not funerals. They arrange the funeral.
I don't think that's our top concern right now, Alcar.
No, probably not. I don't intend to die, but hey, you never know.
Anyways, we were going to, so they're probably going to start. What's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, going to start gathering the caravans up soon at Blackgate, right? That's what you found out, Ogmok?
Basically, I found out that they're pretty much getting the arrangements to buy carts for the caravan, which means that they're probably going to be moving out soon. So if we wanted to get ourselves hired by any of the other groups that are with the caravan, we might want to do that, soon. Kind of try and
Sorry.
get that. What?
It's just
What?
something that Raina posted in general.
Oh no.
I mean, take a look.
Found a picture of Raina's drawing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Raina, you good?
It's literally just a crater.
I'll
God.
share it.
Fucking ring.
It's from the ring. Sorry.
I don't believe you.
It's, I guess you want to go to Blackgate and see if we can meet the other Caravaneers? Also, we're going to have to remember to use our aliases.
So,
Well, then
it
let's see.
begins. Let's go for it.
As much as I'm loath to leave my city, the time has come.
I mean, we could really stop and say goodbye to Gammy if you'd like.
The time has come! And then she
Okay.
continues to on first.
The time has come.
Just bye.
Bye.
My goodness.
All right,
All right.
objections?
No, there's a mechanical thing I want to ask Zach, but I'll do that when we have like a minute.
Okay.
That doesn't interrupt.
Alrighty. So you all make your way there. Do you tell Withers to bring the cart to the Black Gate?
Yes.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
Got it. And he has your two kobold friends stuffed in sacks.
Zach.
How many feet have I gathered?
Well, I've been able to prevent them from getting a majority, but then you hear from like one of the sacks, "Hurry!" And then one of the other sacks elbows him. Ow.
Did you get a toe ring with any of them?
Ew.
A toe ring?
Yeah.
No.
Damn.
Damn.
He just looks at the others who are probably looking at him quizzically by now and goes, "What? It's a fashion thing. I've been wanting to get a hold of one for a while now."
Why?
Did you ever
Because
think
it's
that the
a
reason you
toe.
can't find a toe ring is because it's not actually in fashion, Alka?
He just kind of like stands there. You know the little spinning Ouroboros that like devices do when they're loading?
Yeah.
That's his face right now. Ha! Never thought of it like that. Damn.
Damn.
Okay. So
It's just okay.
so you guys make your way to the Black Gate.
Zach is so over our shit.
Like freaking attention span of gnats here. So you all make your way to the Black Gate. Upon getting there, you see several different groups and caravans kind of getting organized. Some of them seem to be having like perishables, like foods, and some other have like miscellaneous bits and baubles and such. And there's a couple of different tables where people can be signed up for to pretty much be with the caravan. So it's pretty much a matter of which group you answer to as mercenaries.
And which group are we answering to again?
Do you need a reminder?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the point of it is more so to just stick with whichever group seems like they're going to be with the cultists for the longest. Because not every caravan is going the same direction. They're just trying to make it past the Daggerford. That's that's all you know.
Okay.
So honestly, if you end up getting with a group that stops at Daggerford, you can start a new contract with one of the other caravans while up. So honestly, it doesn't matter too much of who, just as long as you're sticking with whatever group's closest with the cultists.
And which group would that be? Which group looks, I don't know, the most cultist adjacent?
Roll me insight. Anybody who wants to try and deduce that.
My powers with deduction! No!
Hang on, I'm gonna try as well.
Ooh. Of course it's Reina.
Nice.
Let's see.
I don't think we're gonna beat a nat 20, guys.
You sure?
Goddamn. So, Reyna, you fucking laser in on, like, it seems like the one that's going to be kind of sticking like the long haul of it is actually the food caravan. And you actually notice that a lot of the foods that they're bringing, you wouldn't really associate with something that's meant to be hauled across, like, pretty much across the entire Sword Coast. This is actually food that's meant to be sold while traveling. This is actually their business. Their business is selling food to people, like, while there, because not everybody wants to eat fucking,
Rations.
every day.
Right.
And it is a halfling that is there, seemingly making marks, and basically they have a little table, and
What does the halfling look like?
he looks a little bit like chubby, admittedly. He has a hat on, and he's just kind of like scribbling things with a quill and ink down. And he kind of shouts out and says, "Looking for caravan guards, anybody who wants to keep the food safe."
Raina's gonna march right over to him without saying a word after she hones in on him. And she's gonna walk up and put her hands down on the table and lean in with a smile. Hello.
We're
Oh.
caught.
Did you shout that from across the way, Alcar?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hi. You just see this confused look on the gnome's face. Or not gnome, halfling.
We'd like to sign up to be your wardens, guards, mercenaries, whatever you want to call us. But either way, we're going to be your CoC. That stands for Comrades of the Coast. We're an adventuring mercenary company. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you very much, because that title kind of brought more questions than answers, if I'm being entirely honest.
Yes, well,
Well,
CoCs usually do. Anyway, where do I sign?
I goes,
If you don't want to get shafted, hire cock.
God. I'm sorry, what was that?
So
I
he
couldn't
says-
hear you.
what are your qualifications as a group? How many different caravans have you guarded for in the past? What are your capabilities and such?
Well, we're a new adventuring company. We haven't guarded a caravan per se, but we have guarded a city from a dragon attack. Does that qualify us?
Dragon attack? Which dragon attack was that?
You know, the one.
Well,
The one with the dragon.
yes, Burdask, Greenest.
Alcar's making throat-cutting gestures.
Yeah.
As you're saying that, a couple of eyes are steering you.
I mean, she's saying it quiet enough for only this person to hear. She's not shouting it across the field like fucking Alcar.
Okay. His eyes do kind of perk up. So, oh. That kind of narrows it down a little bit. Roll me persuasion rate.
Okay.
All right. Currently, what we have is pretty much bodyguards specifically for the merchants that are around. We are a food provider. Pretty much, we're going to be responsible for feeding the caravan. So obviously, it's a good chance that people are going to try to be thieving. So your responsibilities are going to be including preventing any thieving of the food, as well as any of the profits that are brought through, making sure that nobody is getting a little bit, aggressive, because our prices are static. We do not adjust for it. People have known this for a while. We bring high quality food to the front, pretty much to make the travel, bearable. This is a position where each one of you will be paid every 10 days. It is 10 gold per 10 day. For reference, for guard duty of work, that's actually quite high.
10 gold
Nice.
per 10 days, you say?
Correct. For a total, by the end of it, of 40 gold each, as this will be a 40-day journey, probably, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. You will be paid more or less, depending on how long the journey. Other types of compensation that you may be able to get can be from some of the other caravaneers. Sometimes they have work, sometimes they don't. The static pay, though, is 10 gold per 10 days.
Can I ask a question?
Certainly.
Is there any room for improvement if there was some particularly unsavory incident that we help take care of?
Potentially, but honestly, that would just be seen that you're doing your job.
I meant like a tip at the end.
There's always a potential for that. I can't speak specifically to what that may or may not be, as I'm not the one who divvies out the, compensation.
And who would be this person?
And he says, that would be dependent on if you sign the dotted line.
All right. She's going to like look back to the group and give like a thumbs up, thumbs down. Like, what do they think?
I give thumbs up.
Wait. Have Civ go over the contract first.
Well, couldn't hurt to take a look.
All right.
Civ shimmies over sexily and starts reviewing the fine print.
Okay. In the fine print, you view pretty much everything they said, that this is a bodyguard position, which essentially means you are going to get 10 gold per 10 day. Pretty much it means that each day you get a gold.
Okay.
For guard, for like a bodyguard, that's pretty good pay. Because keep in mind, you guys have actually been getting quite spoiled for gold lately. Like, very spoiled. Like, this is standard.
Mm-hmm.
So you would know that you're not really getting fucked in terms of pay. It seems rather static in terms of what it is. It's just putting off as, hey, if somebody feels that you're worth a tip, like, they're not gonna say anything about it, but there's nothing in it saying that, hey, you will be tipped accordingly. It's very static, 10 gold per 10 day.
Yep. Well, checks out.
And it includes other part of it, you are included food and living expenses on the road. So
Hell
any
yeah.
food or water is going to be provided. Alcohol
She does mention this
and luxuries are not provided, though.
What's not provided?
Alcohol, like luxurious.
Oh, luxuries. Okay. I thought you said luncheries. I'm like, is that like a Baldur's Gate, like lunch, like Lunchables? Like, what is that?
It's all provided.
Well, it all checks out, y'all. Plus, there's food and drink included.
Ooh.
And board.
All I
he says-
imagine would be on the road.
He nods and he says, if you do not have tents, tents will be provided to you. However, transportation-wise, do you own at the moment a cart?
We do.
We do indeed. And a driver.
Okay, well, the cart, so the driver as well as whoever else that is not part of the mercenary company, and as I can tell, and lists off all of your aliases, kind of waiting for everybody to sound off. And he says, they will not be included in the pay.
That's fine. We take care of our own.
He nods. Very good. Then may I get your seal? Now, for the seal, you can either write the full name of your, mercenary company. You could write the acronym, or you can say that you put a symbol, and then if you want to, like later on, come up with like a symbol or something like that. That you totally could.
Yes, can we say that Civ actually does have a seal, like a little stamp?
Please tell me it is vaguely phallic.
Do you want to be vague about what it is, and then like later down the line, like after game?
Yeah, we'll think about what the symbol is going to be, but I'd like the stamp.
All right. You stamp it, and he says, "All right, very good. And just because we like to sweeten the deal with any of our bodyguards, we believe that treating our bodyguards right is the way to make sure that everybody is happy." And the halfling walks over, and you notice that behind them, they're already in the process of cooking stuff. They have like giant turkey legs, meat pies, sausage rolls, like a lot of really good meats.
Oh.
And they bring kind of almost like a sampling platter for you all.
Wow.
Grabby hands.
Right, and this is a taste of what you will be provided on the road.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's a good thing we put our seal here.
Quite. Damn, you're really good at picking caravans, Arena. I mean, Storm Maiden.
Storm Siren, get it right.
Siren, sorry. I'm just gonna call you Siren. It's easier on my head.
All right. Let's
Yeah,
take a 5.
Lyrian.
Let's take a 5-minute here. I got to use the restroom, and then we will continue. We're about to start the 40-day journey.
Oh my god.
What's up?
Yeah, I would just like to say, just for right now, I added a new sound effect to my soundboard. Every time she uses a lightning or thunder-based ability, I'm just gonna play that.
Nice.
All right, be right back.
Okay, your beat.
Why are you gay?
This is the way.
So, anybody still here?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We're getting a lot of cock today.
Yup.
I said that, and Julia goes, "God damn it, Jake!" And I said, "Hey, you're lacking context here." And she goes, "I don't care." So that conversation's over.
Bruh.
So,
Bruh?
what are we thinking so far?
What are we thinking? Do we think?
About what?
Alcar doesn't. Not often, anyway.
Clearly.
Do you guys like Alcar, by the way?
I do.
Nah, he's a dick.
Oh,
I think he's sweet. I think, like, Quill
He's
genuinely
a
just...
real cop.
Yeah. Quill thinks he can be... Like I said, Quill thinks it's not that he's dumb, it's more so that he's basically got ADHD. He's very scatterbrained and hard to focus, but when he is focused, he's good at what he does.
that's a fair assessment, actually.
Yeah. And she does genuinely enjoy his presence. That is why he usually when there's like the party splitting up, she usually goes with him.
I love all of you guys' characters. Like,
Aw.
we make such a good team. Like, Lyra, for example, is always really quiet, but when she does speak, she's always like on the task at hand, and she always has some valuable insight or another. And Reyna is like, well, I mean, do I really need to compound on that? Reyna is Reyna. she's the kick-ass warrior maiden.
Yeah.
And Quill is always so knowledgeable about, the things inside her purview, which is not inconsiderable. And Sphera is like the definition of Riz.
What?
She is the definition of hey, it was me.
Lady, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, put your gats together for the Rizzler.
The Rizzler.
Oh. Do not do this to poor Civ. She's not deserve this. Well, maybe she
Not
did.
the
Little.
Phantom Tax.
What?
Phantom Tax? That's another one of these fun Gen Z.
Oh. Yeah, no.
Forever.
Yeah.
We're old.
Yeah. So how long do you think it'll take before we fuck up our aliases?
You already did. What do you mean?
I
Yes,
changed.
low
Okay.
profile, guys. Low profile.
Yeah, I changed my profile name to have my alias, so it's easier, so it's more accessible. The more places it's written down, the better.
I mean, I'd say Candy Hilton is pretty easy to remember.
So was the storm siren. I fucked that boggled that up.
Yeah, you did.
Changed mine too.
Laurie McCarr.
Laura Macaw.
Laura McCarr. That sounds like a country artist, Laurie McCarr.
Jesus Christ. You want to know something really funny?
Sure.
There is a character in Lord of the Rings named Celeborn. There are two different kinds of Elvish in Lord of the Rings. There's Quenta, which is like the oldest language spoken, and there's Sindarin, which is like the newer one. Celeborn is Sindarin, and I'm really glad Tolkien decided to go with the Sindarin way of saying it, because the Quenta for Celeborn is teleporno.
Are you meaning Quenya?
What?
Are you
Yeah,
meaning
isn't it
Quenya?
Quenya? It's not Quento or whatever you're saying. I thought it was Quenya.
It is Quenya, but the written is Quenta.
Ah.
Also,
Or at least it was until the Tengwar script was invented, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
Yeah, my brain just broke.
Like I literally
Yeah.
just got back and we're talking Lord of the Rings stuff. Is everybody here?
Oh, I was introducing them to teleporno.
Lovely.
Okay, I'm here.
I'm
Okay.
here.
Lyra, Reyna.
I'm here.
Okay, fantastic. So, as you're all getting everything, give me a sec. Let me.
I forgot that wasn't playing in the background.
Ooh.
So, you all find yourselves kind of like, with the rest of the caravan, getting yourselves ready with all of your gear. And sort of the group is kind of huddling together. And the halfling, with the kind of clipboard kind of raises up and says, "All right, everybody gather around, please."
Laura
Mr.
McCarr, lift me up.
Yes. We have gathered.
Yeah,
Yes.
we are here. CoC has
Yeah.
come.
And he says, "All right, so we have currently 2 mercenary bands that are with us. We have CoC, Comrades of the Coast, as well as the MHD. Yes, Murder Hobo Dudes. Ah, got it.
Well,
Oh, stiff competition.
And he says, we are known as the Stuck Boar. We are a catering group that specializes in cured meats as well as barbecued delicacies. And we appreciate you all for coming with us on this endeavor. Now, things to look out for. Creatures will be probably any, sort of scavenging creatures may or may not take interest with our specific caravan. Reason being is because, we have the food supply. So, of course, they're going to be wanting to come for us. That also means some of the wild animals might take more interest in us than, say, other parts of the caravan. Bright side, we're not where the money is. That's with another caravan that isn't here until I think that they're a banking company or some such. I don't know. They're going to be here in about say next 10-15 minutes or so. So, but those are things to watch out for. The other responsibilities as follows, and he pulls up, kind of some papers, and he says, when food is being sold, there needs to be at least 2 or 3 guards on duty at pretty much all times, at least. This way we can ensure that nobody tries to, stiff one of our guys. We are not warriors, we are relying on you for that. He kind of goes by, and I think that it covers it. And as he says covers it, you notice that 5 carts move into formation with this, group of carts and other caravans and such. You see kind of the makes of them are extremely robust. Roll me history. Anybody who has a background particularly in big cities.
yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Wow. I don't think anybody else has particularly big cities as a background, do they?
Nope.
I
I don't think
in
Candlekeep
that case,
counts.
not for the purposes of this, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I appreciate the honesty, though. So all you can really put together is that, it's more like a metal crate that's kind of getting dragged around, like that's the size of a cart. It's basically a giant metal crate with wheels on it. Lots of locks, lots of wrought iron. It's meant to be very hard to get into. And surrounding them are troops that are well armed and armored and provisioned. I would like everybody to roll insight rolls.
Damn.
Insight. Wow, we got some really good ones here.
Wow.
I'm gonna kind of say, because this is more of a generalized thing, like, a majority of you are able to see this. The troops that are there are very similar looking to what some of the cultists you've been running into look like. So you've kind of identified, okay, that's the cultist group. And it seems like the crates must be their, ill-gotten gains. They are by far, in terms of, armed and provision, the heaviest armed group in this caravan.
Well, damn.
Well, that's
And,
okay, because we're not attacking them anyway.
Yeah.
Correct. The objective is to follow at the moment. Make sure you're keeping in tandem with them. You hear a staunch voice raise up above them all. Let me go ahead and pull up. It is a armored woman, and she raises her hand, kind of for everybody to, see. Hello, everybody. Those of you who have gone on this path already know of me. My name is Lida. Sorry, give me a sec.
Yeah.
No. I that's out of character. That's me.
I know, I'm joking.
Lida Widris. I have a long-standing tradition of following this particular caravan through this pass, as it is quite dangerous, for many years in the south, to the sea snows of the frozen seas. Now, those of you who are new to this expedition, we are going to be going through the Troll Claws. There is almost always a chance that we run into a small clutch of trolls. We're going to be utilizing a flare system. And you see her, having torches handed out. One per mercenary group, mind you. And it says, there are 2 tabs on it. For a general issue, so say if the road is blocked, you will like the green one. That's basically a signal that we need builders and or people who are capable of, say, making the road usable to our actual carts. If it is an enemy that you cannot handle on your own, you will light the red flare. Is everybody clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Now, whoever in your mercenary band is to carry this torch, make sure that they are the responsible one and will know when best to use it. Make sure
So
somebody.
not me. Got it.
I can't speak for you. She just sounds like that's said out loud.
I would give
You
it to
should give
Reyna.
it to Reyna. She is the responsible one.
That's just what I was saying.
What? You want me to have it?
You are the most responsible person here, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
What about Civ?
Well,
I don't want to chip a nail on the stupid torch.
Fine, I'll carry it.
One second.
No.
Why did you say no?
No. How dare you?
How dare you?
We are playing Dungeons and Dragons, and you need to take a second? We thought better of you.
With that said, try to make sure that you communicate with each other. Just because you have separate contracts with other mercenary guilds does not mean that we're not all here to try and make sure that we get through this pass without losing as many people as possible. Again, most of us here already know the risks. Some of you are new. And with that, she just announces the caravan will be moving out in the next 10 minutes. Prepare your things.
Are we all ready? Do we have everything we need?
I think so.
I'm all set.
Okay. Books? Check. Coffee cup? Check. Oswick? Ah! Check.
I should get a pet.
There was a menagerie here. You could have gone.
You think you'll...
Alright. Alright.
Well, we should get back to our card
Indeed.
and get with it.
Is Ogmark with us?
Yes, he is also he's doing the cloak thingy to try to look inconspicuous. and actually, I'm gonna roll performance for him.
Oh no.
I believe I am very sneaky.
Oh, Oakmok, you're so cute. We'll go with that. Yes, you're so sneaky.
And he like slowly raises it up to cover his nose, so only the eyes are showing now.
Why don't you two just kiss and get it over with already?
What?
What?
What do you mean, what?
Alka, seriously, just take your coloring book and shush. The adults are talking.
Oh.
But we're on the move. I can't color while I'm moving. It'd be like chewing gum and walking.
That sounds like a skill issue.
What's chewing gum?
Skill issue.
Skill issue. She takes his coloring book and the remnants of the crayon and she puts it on his back and forces him to walk and just starts making another coloring page with just a fucking giant circle. See,
You know
I
I
could
got
do
that-
it just fine.
You know, I got that for alcohol.
Well, maybe he should learn how to use
For
it.
Laura Mecca.
You know, you have a lot of anger issues that really need to be worked through.
Hello.
I step away from
My
I
entire
step away from
clan was
Starbucks.
obliterated and I follow Talos.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, but nothing.
you're gonna have an aneurysm before you're 40 if you
I'm
keep
good.
this up.
I'm in perfect health.
How dark is the storm cloud right now?
It's like black.
Raina, about that storm cloud.
Remember,
Nothing that could potentially identify you.
Just
That is a tell.
okay. Just think this: clear skies, clear skies.
clear skies. She's just doing like a big circle in the book now. Clear skies. And she like breaks the half crayon. Clear skies. And then like she gets so mad that the fucking the cloud just like explodes and goes away.
Well, I guess that works.
So,
I feel better. Here's
Everybody.
your coloring book back and your 4 crayons.
Hey, Quill, is there anything you can do about, like gestures with the 4 pieces?
can you guys even hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
hear you.
Sorry.
It's really low, but yeah.
Okay, I've been like trying to butt in for like 3 minutes now.
Sorry.
Oh,
Listen,
no.
this scene was important, Zach.
Yes.
Aha. Anyways, so the way this is working, I think I told you that the book says that I should be rolling for every single day. I'm not gonna do that. I'm only gonna roll for a certain amount of days, just so that it doesn't, turn into like 6 sessions of you guys on the road.
On the road again.
So,
I'm on the
with this though, would somebody like to do the pleasure of rolling the first D20?
I will.
Also, it is a new day now. I would like everybody to go ahead and press the long rest button just to make sure that they're replenished on everything. All right. Let's check.
You're attacked by 7 dragons.
All right. So, you all, this is day number 1, and it's gotten off to actually quite a good start. People seem to be, in decent spirits. Food is getting divvied out. There hasn't been really any issues so far. This is a day where, if you all want, you can take to try and, familiarate yourself with a caravan, or you can keep, just kind of keep to your job and then let the day pass and then on to a new day.
Does anyone think they can socialize well enough to do that?
Well, Alcar was hired to do a job, so he's going to do his job.
Well, damn.
Civ might want to get acquainted with some of the other mercenaries just to, see who else they're doing this with and what they're about and if they've heard anything,
All right. Do you want to get acquainted with one of the mercenary groups that's not the hobos?
Yes, anyone but the
Not the murder hobos. So, if that's the case, then roll me a d10 to see which group you kind of come across and end up talking with.
Okay. Yo, D10. Where's my D10? Here we go. What? No.
I apologize. Give me like 5 minutes. The dog needs to go out, and there's nobody else here right now.
Number 5. Mambo number 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5.
Everybody in the that's right.
Liquor store on the corner of the street.
Said I want some Jima juice, but I really don't wanna.
Between all of us, we know the words.
Sort of, yeah.
There is a caravan for smiths that are moving, apparently wanting some work in Waterdeep.
John Smith, Sarah Smith.
And there is a shield dwarf that is one of the guards for it. Seems like they're from one of the dwarven clans that have been sent to pretty much watch over it. You just kind of approach. What do you do?
She smiles and says, "Hi there. I'm Candy. Candy Hilton. We're from the Comrades of the Coast with the food caravan."
And this is also a female dwarf. Eldkin. And it's Eldkin Agathol. And she, puts her hand out for you to shake.
And Sif shakes her hand, says, "Pleasure to meet you. I just wanted to come over and introduce myself. The company leader did say that we should all talk amongst ourselves, information being so valuable and whatnot."
I can understand trying to get to know each other might be, quite a useful thing. So, and she says as she kind of runs her hand through her hair. You been on this particular route before?
First time.
Oh, first time.
What's the good word?
Well, it's a lot more dangerous than if you're taking the high road. Bright side, we end up getting there on the trade way, probably a little bit further than halfway through the journey. The main part is getting through the fields of the dead and the troll claws.
Yes, I've heard that's where it gets a bit tricky. And what about that yonder? And she points towards the big steel kind of thing that's being lugged around on wheels. It's like rather unwieldy, that thing. Wonder what it has.
The answer is, probably stuff that's worth a bucket load of gold. Also makes sense why it seems like the mercenaries for it have been paid out the arse. My assumption is maybe one of the daunting guilds. They haven't exactly wanted to disclose much, but we're not paid to question them, you know what I mean?
Right, I imagine they're not a very chatty bunch.
Yeah, that section of the caravan keeps to itself, but when transporting large amounts of gold like that, it kind of makes sense.
Yes, you've got a good point there. Well, I shan't take up more of your time, but ever feel like coming around for a drink, you know where to find us.
Yeah, I'll bring some of my dwarvish mead.
Sounds excellent. Till soon then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.
To replicate the pattern. Even though it's a dwarf, but not a southern lady.
Why do you feel like you're in a fishbowl?
What is happening?
I don't know. I switched the Bluetooth earpieces
No.
died, so I'm letting those charge right now. But seems that the dwarf, is fairly friendly, very willing to, kind of chat. Seems very just relaxed, just like, business as usual.
Respectable.
Now, would anybody like to take a look at any of the other, because some of these carabiniers have kind of opened up their, shops for people to look at. Not shops, more like small, pop-up stands.
Is everyone selling, probably won't, but I'll ask anyways. Anything selling anything particularly magical looking?
How about you just roll and see what's there?
Sure.
Just because that's gonna require me to read through every single one. So let's lighten my workload a little bit.
Okay. So roll what?
Let me count how many there are. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 22. Roll me 1d22.
Okie dokie.
Because a lot of them, none of them says specifically magic items, but it
Okay.
would take you more trying to talk to the person to find out anyways. They're not just going to have their magic items out on display.
Fair enough. 19.
Okay. Alright. These fucking names. Samar Dog the Hopper.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, Samar Dag.
What's the fuck?
Regardless, silly.
Samar Dag. Okay.
He is a human merchant. And he seems to have these expensive crates with fragile porcelain. And he's kind of slowly pulling certain pieces out for people to look at. And a lot of these have intricately woven sort of engravings on them. They look like fine china sets and just bits and baubles. A lot of very fancy dinnerware sort of looking things.
Okay, not my thing. Still, interesting to know. Interesting set to note. Okay, well, I haven't found what I'm looking for, so I'm just gonna head back and do my job.
Okay. Job is, again, fairly peaceful. Nobody makes a fuss. It's first day.
Hello.
Does anybody else have anything else they want to do before we close this and go on to the next day?
Yeah, I want to check out a random caravan, so I'm gonna roll a 1d22 also.
Alright, let's take a look. Alright. Let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You come across Aldor Ernpolhurst.
Aldor, what?
You're I'm taking these names, I'm posting them, and because I'm looking at these fucking things and being like, how the hell do you say this? Look at that last name.
Ernpolhurst.
Ernpolhurst.
There's an
Right?
S in there.
Ernpolhurst.
Ernpolhurst. What the fuck?
It's stupid is what it is.
Ernpolhurst.
Wow.
And you see, out in front of him, he is wearing a very nicely woven vest. He looks very put together. He has a pair of glasses on, and in front are a bunch of different books on it. And as you come by the tent, he kind of points his finger at you, and he goes, "Madam,
Oh, hello.
hello. My name's Baldur, entrepreneurship. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Did you know that if you were a part of this mining expedition, that you might be open to legal compensation?"
Oh,
no.
legal
No.
compensation?
Yes, that's right. Did you know you have rights? I certainly do.
And I'm sorry, what was your name again?
And it says, Aldor. He puts in his hand. Take yours.
And your last name?
And he goes, Processed.
Bless you. Oh, well, and she takes his hand.
He shakes it rather vigorously. And what might I have the pleasure of calling you, my dear lady?
I just go by the storm siren.
Ah, fancy titles. I love it.
Indeed.
Wonderful. And he says, so tell me, what brings you here to my lands? And he's just like he's basically.
Also, can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we can
perfectly.
hear you.
All right, I charged the Bluetooth for a bit, so hopefully that's good. And he says, I am Baldur's Gate's finest legal financier. I am the greatest lawyer you will ever come across.
Oh. And, what kind of cases have you been involved in?
Oh, lots. Those that have been hit by carts and have been needing compensation for the great woes that they've had. People who have been wronged by their employers and such. Retirement communities stiffing those that are unfortunately of the feeble mind and can't fend for themselves. I am a champion of the people, you see.
Oh. And, when was the last time you won a case?
I remember 2 weeks ago. That was the issue of the missing foot case. See, a person apparently woke up one day in their bed, missing their foot. Can you believe it? And so I got the city to pay for it.
Wow. And did they ever catch the culprit?
Yes indeed they did. A dastardly gnome.
Interesting. You know, I heard that there were 3 more missing foot cases just last night.
How'd you know?
Well, you know, big city word travels fast.
I guess you could say that one's a shoo-in.
He says, but if you or your company should ever come under legal troubles, and he pulls out what's like essentially like a card, and he says, I'm your guide.
Well, thank you, Aldor Unpelschurst. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too, madam.
And if you're successful in Baldur's Gate, why are you part of the caravan?
Oh, I am going northward. See, I have a case in Waterdeep.
Oh, what's the case, if you can talk about it?
Well, you see, there is a rich family, you see, and there is somebody that they're trying to cut this poor young man out of the will, and I'm there to be his legal representation.
Interesting. Well, I hope you, win your case then.
Indeed. And what, I see you are a guardsman of sorts. Just saying, insurance might not be a bad idea for your company, if you get what I'm saying.
I'll take it under advisement and speak to my crew.
Oh, fabulous.
Do you have any literature that perhaps we could review?
He pulls out, it is like his sort of contract, and he says, read this over. It goes over everything I cover, along with my fees.
Oh, along with your fees, right. So, do you do any pro bono work?
Oh, occasionally, but they're on a as-needed basis.
And is there any split in compensation? Some up front, some when you win the case, and if you don't win the case, then whatever you gain up front is just your payment?
I was correct. There is a flat fee in the beginning, and then a percentage based off of what is won. But beyond that, majority of the expenses are left to if the case is won, which keeps me motivated to win on your behalf.
Indeed. Well, checks out. Like I said, I'll give it a review. And, seek you out should we need your services?
Sounds fantastic, my dear.
Alright, well, you have yourself a good one.
You as well, and remember, if you're in legal trouble, find Aldor.
Alright. She just, like, walks away.
If anybody didn't know already, based off of the vibe of this guy, yes, he gives Better Call Saul vibes.
Yes.
There's something I'd like to do once everybody else has done their stuff.
Go for it.
Does anybody else have, something they want to do in the caravan, or?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay. What do you want to do, me?
Alcar's gonna look around and see if there are any reasonably attractive women in the caravan.
Oh no.
God.
Roll me a d20 for hose.
Meanwhile, Reyna's gonna give the contract from Aldar to Civ. Yeah, this might take
Oh
us
no.
serious.
What have you got there?
Oh no.
Some guy named Aldor, some kind of a lawyer, said something about insurance. I don't know. I figured maybe you'd be curious.
Insurance? Probably a scamster. Hand that over.
She gives it to her.
Starts flipping through.
Alcar.
Oh no.
So where are you trying to procure these fine-looking lasses?
Well, he's just kind of taking a casual look around to see what's available in the immediate vicinity.
There is a woman that looks a little bit dressed, like the best way I can describe their garb is Romani in nature.
Ooh.
And she looks quite attractive and is just gently sipping a glass of wine.
Okay, so Alcar's gonna walk up to her, not like saunter, like overconfidently, but not like shuffle like shy either, just like a casual, sort of swag. And he's gonna wait until she looks up at him, and then he's gonna say, "Are you my appendix? Because I have a funny feeling in my stomach that makes me feel like I should take you out."
What?
Oh,
Oh my god.
she says, "Oh, ever so funny. And pray tell, what might your name be?"
I am Laura Macaw. A pleasure to meet you.
Ah, pleasure to meet you as well. And she kind of like holds out like her hand, like the sort of like gesture, right?
And surprisingly, he takes it with her palm downward and his upturned and raises it to his lips and gives it a very courtly kiss across the top.
And she says, "What group have you found yourself with?"
We're the comrades of the coast.
Ooh, comrades of the coast, you say?
We have our own wizard and everything.
A wizard? Wow! Why, I never. See, I'm just surprised, is all. Now, tell me, are you just here? Are you guarding that big giant caravan of the metal boxes?
We're actually with the food caravan for now, but we might trade up on the way northward.
Ah, I see. Well, you seem like quite an interesting fellow, if I might say. Well, apologies. My name is. Sometimes I get a little caught up and I forget to introduce myself. My name is Ethel.
Oh God.
That's a lovely name.
Thank you, thank you. And Lara Makar?
That's correct. What is it you do?
And she goes, oh, all sorts of things. Usually I tend to gravitate towards more of the herbalism area of things myself. You see, I essentially like to work with my goddess Shantia, if you're familiar with who that is.
Vaguely, but I don't know much. Tell me more.
Oh, she is the goddess of, the natural blooming earth, herbalism, and such.
So I'd reckon you're an alchemist, then.
Right, yes. I'm always looking to procure some sort of, things for my potions and such. Heck, might come by the food truck, because sometimes some spices that is also used in food also is used in alchemy.
Really? Like what?
And she says, oh, like rosemary. That is like one of the most common.
Huh, I never would have thought.
The more that you know.
Well, that is a very limited scope.
A limited scope? She says, kind of with a quirk of her head.
Yeah, I'm not really esoteric in my knowledge. I know a little bit, and that's about it. But I love to read.
Well, Lara Makar, I currently need to meet up with some associates, and she kind of stands up and lays it down. Where might I find you again? Should I need to talk to you?
Well, I'll be pitching a tent tonight, and it won't be far from the food truck. Oh.
Are you gonna be pitching a tent with the cock?
Good tent, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna be pitching a tent with my cock.
Well,
That's comrades of the coast.
Well, we do have some drinks and such like that. I have some family as well as some associates here. Maybe I can bring some of us over and, make tonight a fun night, or maybe one of the following nights. I don't know what more potions we have to make for the road. Some people are getting ailments already, and we're only a day away from the city.
We don't actually have any alcohol on us, but that being said, our wizard might be able to whip something up.
What?
Well, either tonight or tomorrow night, then, Lara Makar.
Sounds like a plan.
And she walks away, and she just has this little smirk as she just does the little finger wave, and walks off to another section of the caravan.
Alcar immediately runs to find Quill.
Quill's reading.
Quill, can you make alcohol?
What? No. Why do you think I can make alcohol?
I don't know, because you do magic and stuff.
You're an elf. Can you grow me a tree?
I've never tried. But now I kind of want to.
I cannot make you. Why do you want me to suddenly make alcohol?
Cute girl wants booze.
What?
Such a caveman, I love it.
Don't tell me you made a promise you cannot keep because a cute girl.
I didn't make a promise. I just said I'll see if our wizard can whip something up.
Well, the wizard cannot whip something up.
What kind of wizard are you if you can't even make alcohol?
I can make the bottle, but not the alcohol itself.
It's kind of like making a potion, right?
No,
like
no,
you just
really
put those shit in there and then like magic, poof, fingers, stuff.
If I were to make alcohol, I would need brewer's tools, which I do not have.
No, and I guess you'd need the time to brew it, the ingredients to brew. Mundane! Where's the magic?
That's to literally create. Okay, to create alcohol out of thin air is even for something that's very difficult, even for professional wizards. We can make food and drink, but not alcohol.
Alright, well, I need you to go booze shopping with me.
What? Hold on. Why am I being wrangled up in your mess?
Because you're smart, and I need brain stuff.
Fine. Alright, Quill would like to start ritually casting Detect Magic.
Ritually casting detect magic for what?
Just to, get a magical vibe of the caravan.
Okay. There is gonna be some magic here and there, but like
Nothing
it's
big.
kind of like basic stuff.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Okay. So, 1 second. Let me check.
Boy, I can't wait to pitch a tent with my cock.
I hate you.
Oh, phrasing.
Pitch a tent with the cock.
That's my
Good.
comrades of the coast.
Phrasing, Lorem Car phrasing.
What? So at this point, you're kind of getting everything. Are you just like because you don't know whether she's coming today or tomorrow or something like that?
Which is why the booze is a priority.
Gotcha. So, what do you do before it comes tonight? I guess is my question.
Go booze shopping.
Okay, there is a place where you can buy beer, and it's for a rather affordable price. How much are you looking to buy?
Is it just beer?
There's beer, mead, ale.
Is there any wine?
There is some wine, yes.
Alright, how much for a bottle of decent wine?
For a bottle of decent wine on the road. 1 second. How decent are you wanting?
Like mid-range.
Okay. I'm trying to. Let me. Sorry, 1 second. So a fine bottle would cost you in a town 10, on the road 15. Or just a standard fine bottle of wine.
Okay, so how much is the mead?
Mead, I would put probably a little bit less than wine and say for a good bottle of mead, it's like maybe like 5 gold.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
Word of advice, alcohol, make sure do not let that within Candy's grasp. You know how she is with alcohol.
Oh, absolutely. And besides, if she didn't drink it, she'd poison it like last time. Just tell me one thing, Quill.
What?
When you guys found me after I drank all that nightshade, I didn't shit myself or anything weird, did I?
No, you were just unconscious. You were just passed out on the ground when we found you.
Okay, cool. And you guys didn't, like, do anything to me, like draw a dick on my forehead or something, right?
As a player, I'm trying to remember, did they do that?
No.
No, they didn't.
Okay. No, they did not.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
Because that would be a party foul.
Yes. We might be sometimes terrible people, but we're not that terrible.
Good to know.
Everybody has their own tent as well. So night comes and F-Wolf comes by and she has another woman with her, also attractive.
Oh.
And she kind of waves and says, yes, this is my partner, as you will. Her name's Samantha. And Samantha kind of gives a small courtesy and says, nice to meet you. I heard there might be some libations.
Indeed. I picked up a good bottle of mead just a while ago.
before we continue, where is everybody else? Because my thought process is that there are these. So the way it is that the tents are around and there's a fire, and the carts are kind of like to the side.
Yeah. Civ would be like with Reyna, just kind of like gesturing to this insane document that she's brought her, and she's like, "I told you, it's a scam."
Are you both
some
like in a tent
ridiculous
together,
conditions
kind of
with
reading this?
Probably.
Yeah. Civ's gonna tent with Reyna if Reyna's okay with that.
Yeah.
You know, safety and numbers and all.
That's fine with me.
Okay. Lyra?
We just have like a
Oh.
lantern on, like slumber
Okay.
party
Yeah.
mode.
Yeah, and they're just going over this ridiculous document trying to figure out whether it's a scam or not.
Alright. So, Lyra, how about you? Are you bunked up with like Will, or do you have your own tent? Do you even have a tent? Do you prefer to not have a tent?
Probably prefer to not have a tent, just so she can not have like her view obstructed if she's watching the map or anything.
And are you just kind of chilling, like, off to the side, away from the fire, kind of not next to anybody in particular?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Quill, are you in your tent? Are you out of your tent near the fire with Alcar and these two lovely ladies?
She is by the fire with her reading a book.
Okay. So the two of you are kind of just, sitting there, and, I'm assuming you popped open, the bottle mead, yeah, and started kind of divvying up some.
Oh yeah.
I must say, though, this is quite enjoyable. Now,
I'm a big
let's
fan
do
of
this.
meat. Oh, there was a cart not far from here selling a range of alcohol. I figured beer might be a bit on the low end. Mead is like right in the middle. You can drink a ton of it, not feel bad the next day.
Wow, that's quite interesting. And she kind of says as she kind of like Ethel leans against your shoulder a little bit, kind of like a little smirk with it.
Alcar, being the oblivious idiot he is, just grins.
Since Quill has front row seat, can she make an insight check to see if those girls are just putting on an act or they're actually just like this?
Roll an insight.
Nah.
This just seems like them. Like, they just seem to be like two, kind of decently attractive women that just are, happy to actually have some alcohol.
They're doing it for the booze.
Like, the best way I could say it is that, like, like when the younger women would go with, like, say, like, in college, the more senior guys, because they actually had booze. Like that.
Okay. Quill's just gonna try to keep her eyes on the pages of her book and just try not to make a comment. Do not make a comment. Do not make a comment.
And Ethel kind of like leans over and says, "Wow, I must say I can't have pictured that I would have been here on the road like this. See, I've never been this far north of Baldur's Gate, you see."
Yeah, I felt the same way when I left Loudwater, but I always felt I was destined for something bigger than being a city guardsman.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
Well, I hadn't really gone terribly far, well, I mean, relatively speaking, when I ran into the CoC. That's Comrades of the Coast.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course.
And we faced down a dragon in Burdusk.
Really now?
I mean, I'm not under any illusions that I could have taken the thing, but I did draw it off so a group of civilians could escape.
So heroic. My goodness. And this is where?
Well, doesn't exist anymore, I don't think, but it was called Burdusk.
Sure that's right?
Wait, no, Greenus! That's
There
right.
you go. She doesn't correct you. Out of character, GM is like, what?
Yeah, no, we've incidentally burned down so many towns it's hard to pinpoint all of them.
Oh God.
I mean, like, oh yeah, that reminds me. Quill that's our wizard, had the great idea to send in her familiar, and we found a bunch of bad guys in a mill, so we barred all the doors and set the place on fire.
Oh my god.
Ow, how heroic. You hear one of them say, like,
Heroic, maybe not. Satisfying, definitely. Multi-kill.
Oh, Jesus.
now, I have just one more question about all this.
Yeah, sure.
And she goes, what size armor is it that you wear?
The little Ouroboros appears as he's trying to remember, and he's like, you know, don't have any idea.
Don't worry. Something is going to happen that is going to act as a surprise round.
Oh god.
Both very fine, lovely looking women start to deform in front of you. Their bodies contorting and moving until these are all you see in place of the two ladies, and they start their attack as a surprise round. We are going into initiative, everybody!
Oh, God.
And you hear one of them say, "Don't be familiar here."
What?
Oh god.
Give me a second.
Rayna's ever just gonna stay in the tent.
We don't know what's happening yet.
So, and do you all remember how surprise round works? Those, the doppelganger, so these creatures will essentially get to do their turns before everybody, and then it goes into turn order. So, Rayna, Quill, can you both also give me your rolls?
Okay. Oof. Damn.
Rayna, did you already roll?
No, I did.
Okay. So they are going first because surprise round first is going to be the doppelganger that is next to Quill. And on the first one, she puts surprise attack.
And who's that against? Me?
Yep.
Ow.
Jesus.
Oh wait, the first. Okay, never mind. Gee.
Wait, that's 23 points of damage?
What?
8, 7 because of the surprise attack.
Oh
They
shit.
get 2 attacks. They get multi-attack.
Oh, I'm unconscious.
Oh my god.
All right.
Sorry.
The next, no worries. The next doppelganger swings at Alcar. 1, 2. And surprise attack as well.
Both of those hit.
Oh
Oh,
my
Jesus.
god.
Oh my god.
I have 6 HP left.
I'm assuming you cry out when you get struck, Alcar.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What do you cry out?
Rayna, save enemies!
Now
What?
we start combat. Rayna is up.
Oh god, okay. Rayna's gonna... Oh, I
You have to
can't...
get out of the tent first before anything. Oh wait, it's
Well,
sorry.
Yeah, I was like, I can't do that. She's gonna run out. What the hell is going on here?
Well, just on the flopped over, bloody, unconscious.
Turns around.
Who the fuck are you? She's going to... Oh my god. Okay. Blast this bitch. And then she's gonna use her bonus action to okay. Hold please.
No worries, take your time. I know I caught you all kind of off guard with this, just a little bit.
That's for Alcar. And she's going to she's gonna move here and then here and end her turn.
Also, I'm just gonna move my token properly over here because it's bothering me.
Hello, Raina.
Hello.
2 slam attacks, 1, 2.
1, a 2, a holy shit.
Those are on you, Raina.
Yeah.
Also, nice to know that our singing lady has still followed us.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like running all the way from L to L. Got any reactions for me?
Yep. Sure do.
Indeed you do.
Chapow.
Oh, she fails. Well, it fails. It's not a she, really.
It fails.
And it screeches out loud.
You
Other
failed.
doppelganger.
Wait, I have to play this for this ability.
Alright, two slams on Alcar. Also, Alcar, I'm gonna move
Oh,
you just kind of
God.
to there so that you actually.
Oh God! One hit.
All right. It's turn. Sphera. You hear some not great noises outside.
Yeah, Civ just like rolls her eyes and she's like, "Oh, what now?" And she puts the fascinating literature that she was reading down, and she steps out of her tent. And when she sees the doppelganger, she kind of like flinches. Oh, hideous! And then we'll first throw down a hex on this guy here. Which one is the one that's less injured? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna hex that baby. And I'm going to pick its sorry, just that. I'm going to pick its intelligence to impose disadvantage.
Intelligence.
Yes, that was my bonus action. Civ will then kind of react rather instinctively with a bunch of psychic energy, and will twin cast Tasha's Mind Whip on each of these biddies.
First one. Okay, first one fails. Second one succeeds.
Ooh, okay. So I guess it just takes half damage, or yeah.
If it just takes half. So bright side, the one that failed though is the one that you have hexed.
Yes. So it takes the hex damage as well, right?
Roll me a d6, yeah.
Roll you d6. Okay. Oh, shit. 1d6, not 2d6.
Okay, takes that damage.
And then
Okay.
it has a condition on it as well, right?
I cannot take
can't
reactions,
use
and it
react-
has to decide whether it wants to move or do an action.
Or a bonus action, got it. And then, yep, and I'm gonna just now just scooch on back here a little bit.
God. Alright, Lyra!
Hello.
Oh.
That's a good fill up.
Okay. Alright, 2 healing. That was your bonus action. You still got your action.
I got healing.
Yeah, you got 2
Yeah, healing's good. Alright. What are you turning into?
I would like to be an ape, please.
Ooga dooga.
Booga booga.
Not Civ casually hiding behind all the tents. What the hell, Civ?
You just hear from the distance. Oh! Right? Alcar!
Okay, first thing I'm doing is using Second Wind. Then, he is going to target this doppelganger and strike out with his longsword.
Longsword! That's a miss!
Okay. I am going to use Action Surge. And then with my next action, I am going to dodge.
Okay.
And that is going to be my turn.
Well, you are no longer unconscious as you got 2 HP. Hey.
I look up and I just see this monster. It's like, woo! Okay, Beast!
Peace.
And then for my prone spawn, I'm just gonna firebolt this motherfucker.
Click. That's a miss.
Damn. Okay, use half my movement speed to get up, and then just...
I guess I'll limp home now.
yeah, just...
Everybody sing the
and...
seafarer meme.
That's my turn.
You've been whale.
I think I just got eviscerated by whatever that thing was.
So looks like it.
Reyna!
What are these doppelgangers considered? Do we know?
Nope.
Okay.
Reyna, I'm sorry, I'll never be horny again!
God, it's Alka. It's always you getting us into some kind of trouble.
Not
Santa's
always!
just like, you guys are using all the real names, not the codes.
Oh yeah. Well, just us and the doppelgangers.
Yeah.
You hear her voice in your brain just being like,
Inflict wounds on which one?
This one.
Unfortunately that's a miss.
Hmm. Okay. Then.
Oops.
That's on Quill.
Thank
Oh.
you. I'm fine. Thank you.
Quill, I'm the one who's gonna die.
Quill has like 2 HP.
In his defense, I'm farther away, so they have to book it to get to me.
Regardless, let's not yell at each other.
I'm not yelling.
2 slam. Okay, whining. That better? 2 slams, Reina. Either of those hit.
No. Wait. No, they both miss.
Alright. This one is going to use its action to attack you, Alcar. Disadvantage because of the dodge.
He's doing the Skyrim shuffle.
Miss.
Sphera, you're up.
Alright, enough of this tomfoolery. And Sev will launch. Where is it? Scorching ray number 1. Scorching ray number 2. Scorching ray number 3.
Alright, so 2 hits. So go ahead and give me 2d6. I hope you all enjoyed the little surprise I gave you.
Got more than others.
You're mean!
Not me.
Still standing?
Correct.
Ugh. Hideous
He's
thing.
still standing better than he ever did. Like a true
Um,
survivor. Feeling
God.
like a little
Yeah.
kid. Sorry.
I'm good.
Lyra, monkey!
Monkey do fist twice.
Oh no! Fisting! Ah!
Double.
Fisting, a
Double
good fisting from the cock.
There are no accidents in fisting. Holy crap. Holy
Oh
crap.
my god.
Freaking all of a sudden this ape turns into Conor McGregor and just...
I didn't know we had King Kong in our party. Holy shit.
That puts it down! Book, book!
Ook, ook. Also, Zach, remind me, for the healing spirit, at each round of my turn, I can use the healing, right?
Yes, so, yeah. So it's each turn, so go ahead and roll it.
On Alcar.
Alcar, you get 4.
Thank you.
You're welcome, says Monkey.
Alcar!
Hey there. So, it's kind of put a damper on my night, so I'm gonna have to kill you. No offense. And for his bonus action, he is going to cast Giants.
Double thick!
I'll just move
Says
here.
in Doppelganger.
And I'm going to attack with my longsword.
That's a hit! Roll me the extra d6. Oh, well. It is so close to death now.
And that is my tour.
Hey, Quill!
What's it that, huh?
Yeah. Oh my god, I swear to god, if you somehow don't put... Okay, it's dead.
Finally. Ugh.
Alright, well done. You slammed that last... Hold up with me in combat, and then you guys can move freely.
You just recast.
Alright, so as you strike it down, the last doppelganger goes to the floor.
Can someone tell me what in God's fucking earth that was?
I don't know!
Can I
One
investigate?
second. Go on.
What? Can I investigate the corpse? Find out what it was? I know what it was as a player, but...
Well, yeah, you guys know as a player, but this will be history, actually.
Reyna's gonna walk over to Alcar, point up at him, and gesture for him to lean down.
He leans down.
She's gonna slap him across the face.
What the hell was that for?
You put us all in danger!
I didn't know. 1 minute they were hot ladies, and then the next they were whatever the hell those are.
We have a job to do. Can't you keep your head in the game and out of your fucking pants?
I mean, I think the answer to that is fairly obvious based on the corpses.
Look, Alcar, while I have nothing against a bit of whoring now and then, you can't bring them to our camp.
Well, where else am I supposed to bring them?
I don't know, the woods, so they can kill you there.
So, Quill, you find out that these are doppelgangers. These creatures are a type of monstrosity. They're able to take the form of other creatures, usually with just, if they're on their own, it's usually just with the express purpose of killing and consuming the bodies of those that they inhabit. They take the form of whoever they kill to pretty much either lure and or like convince others. Sometimes they are utilized to like invoke the will of other parties. But if they're not like, say, you know, under the influence of, say, a third party or some such, they are they're pretty much just there to eat for sustenance, essentially.
Okay. I relay this to the rest of the party. Word for word.
Oh, so that's why she asked me what size my armor was.
She wanted to know if she could fit in it.
Yeah, creepy.
Yeah, her
Man,
There's a chance that they might be more. We should definitely string up these bodies and show them to the that lady, the one who was wearing the black armor.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, learn Macaw. Yeah. I don't know who this Quill is, but you should stop talking about them.
Yeah, right. That was pretty dumb.
Might be a good way for us to ingratiate ourselves with leadership in this caravan if we were to, well, you know, just let them know that we just handled a doppelganger threat and they might be more.
Big Alcar kind of picks them up by the feet, like the way you would pick up a bug by the leg to carry it outside or something.
Well, I mean, you're already outside, but...
No, I know, I'm just giving you a, like, you know, the ginger, like, kind of like picking it up. Because you got no choice, sort of thing.
Alright, before the giant might wears off, let's hurry off to wherever the boss lady is.
Yeah, let's.
Also, I think it's safe to say that at this point, sleepovers are banned at our camp.
Yeah, I got you. Get no argument from me there.
Okay. Quill's
I do not want my throat slit at night.
Yeah. Quill's gonna cling to Alcar's leg as he walks over. You know, faster travel.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna take you all
Is she a
off the map.
koala?
What?
Is she a koala? Like
She can if she needs to.
So, do you take this to the main guard's tent, who was kind of like organizing everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some guards outside, and by the time you get there, because the giant size only lasts a minute, so you deflate by the time you get there.
Yeah,
but
he's just dragging them along. Yeah, he's dragging them along at this point.
A couple of the guards look over and says, "Ugh, that stench! What the hell do you have with you?"
I don't know what they're... Oh, yeah, I guess they're doppelgangers. Yeah, they were hot and then they were not. And I'm not here for this.
Point being, they attacked us, and, well, we just wanted to bring it to your attention. There's a chance there might be more of them. People are at risk.
That one has a mean right hook.
And then she's like, they call in for the woman. Sorry, a lot of names have been thrown around, so like, it's but Lita, I believe was her name. Yeah, Lita.
Yeah, Lita
comes out and like takes one sniff and says, "Who killed some doppelgangers?"
That would be us. CoC, comrades of the coast.
Who are they impersonating? She says as she walks by the bodies.
Well, one of them was a very attractive woman named Ethel. I didn't get the name of her equally attractive counterpart, but
it was Samantha, wasn't it? I was there when
Yes,
you.
that's right, Samantha.
God, I can't remember the horse was betting.
I remembered one of them.
Alita kind of like pinches the brow of her nose and says, "Unfortunately, this is a normal occurrence. A lot of times, doppelgangers make their way into the cities and then usually find that it's much too hard to lure prey without calling the attention of guards. So they wait until they're part of a caravan, kill there, and then dispatch."
That might be
Go for it.
all right. That might be average, but nothing about this is normal.
And then she looks at you, Alcar, and goes, "If you're thinking that this is adverse or not normal, then you're in the wrong line of work."
I said average, but definitely not normal.
What
Civ
is
will
normal?
speak. Right, Civ will speak into Alcar's mind at that point, and she just says, "Don't make her suspicious. We are mercenaries. We should be used to threats."
She goes, "Regardless, well done with dealing with the threat. This shouldn't be an issue for the caravan. Could have been a deeper issue if less capable hands got on them." Looks at like Quill and who's like super hurt? I think Quill, Alcar, and Reyna were the three that got hit the most, right?
Yeah, Alcar's at 20 out of 40, so he's not like terrible, but he's not great either.
Reyna's
Right, but you
17
got
out of
brought-
31.
Quill's 14 out of 22.
And I have
Like-
2 more healing spirits I can.
That's true. It's just more so that's like, hey, each of you got down to the single digits, if not went down. So that still reflects in terms of how you look. You look pretty rough.
Yeah.
So Reyna, you look only kind of rough. Alcar, Quill, both of you look horrible.
Yeah. Like I said, mean right hook.
And she goes, "Get yourselves cleaned up and turn in for the night. The night watch currently is circling the caravan as we speak. You should be fine. Just any more of these doppelgangers, make sure to bring." And you see her walk over with what looks like this sort of like spike tube. So like and she stabs it into a doppelganger and puts a cup under it and starts draining this green liquid from it.
Gross.
Fascinating.
And she says, "The pheromones that we are smelling currently from the doppelganger is also going to be what keeps others away. Bright side, they're relatively fresh."
Relatively. Yeah, we did just kill them.
Very fresh, I would say. Alright.
She pulls out the spike. "On your leave, comrades of the coast."
Alright, thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Lorimacar, I'm bucking with you tonight.
Cock
Okay.
out.
What?
What?
Alcar,
I thought you said something, Reyna. I mean,
What?
Did you say clock out?
No.
What did you say?
CoC out.
No.
Clock out.
Cock out.
Yeah, CoC out. Comrades of the coast.
Cock out.
I'm pitching a tent with the CoC tonight.
Oh,
down.
boy.
With that, though, that is where we're gonna end for tonight.
Yay!
That was night number 1 on the road.
Oh my god.
Huzzah! We only have 39 more to go.
Do
Maybe
we get to
there
go
might be
back
more.
to our tent and take a long rest?
Yes, you do.
Yay.
So,
Yay.
you guys, go ahead and go ahead and give yourselves a long rest. And yeah,
Boy, will I
you
ever.
guys are now on the road and have gotten a taste of some of the things you may or may not deal with on this journey.
That was creepy. I loved it.
Yeah. When I hit the one and ended up being like a very attractive woman who was totally into Alcar, I was like, oh no, she's gonna be like a hag or like
I was
something weird, and she's gonna like she's gonna like suck his soul out of his body while he sleeps and then like eat his balls or something weird.
Oh.
Oh.
And with that, though, that was us, Game Day Hype. Hey, thank you for coming, everybody.
Yay. Catch us next time.
I see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Calling out.
Bye.
Rock